to introduce our guest before we get any farther here. He is a comedian, Tommy Tiernon. Tommy, it's a great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here, guys. We have an interesting relationship, I think, with religion in Ireland, because the church is kind of on the way out now at the moment, and people are just trying to decide what's going on. I think people have I think any kind of inquiry about Jesus is interesting. Mm-hmm. Because I think we have a Jesus in our heads, and then there's the Jesus of actuality. Mm-hmm. And I think the Jesus of actuality, if you think about him and think about what he might have looked like, given how long ago it was and part of the world where he was from and the average height of men in those days, probably Danny DeVito.
With a slightly dark
but with the longer hair.
I want my
but
Jesus.
He's not the Jesus you have in your mind.
A surfer
he's different.
Jesus.
He's got 6 foot.
Jesus.
He's like a BG Jesus.
Yeah.
which is where the phrase "bejesus" came out of.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
He once shot a man just for snoring. Got out of bed and he shot him dead. Well, his name was... I didn't know what his name was. So we just called him Fred. He was riding across the desert on a horse to another town, looking for a woman in a nightgown. The horse's name was... I didn't know what his name was, so we just called him Fred. Oh, now Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred. Ha! Well, he got to a town, he met a woman in a nightgown. She was wearing a brown telegram. Well, her name was... I didn't know what her name was. I got you, didn't I, boys? Listen, now stop for a second. I didn't know what her... You guys want to try that again? I didn't know what her name was. So...
It's like Haywood meets Rodney.
I think I waited a little too long to come in on the end there. All right, hold on. Well, we got...
know what her name was.
I didn't know what her name was, so we just called her Fred. There we go. Oh, now Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred's riding, Fred. That song was written under the influence of alcohol and a few other things I can't tell you about on the radio. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing the Fred song, you'd be, well, I should say by saying that alcohol has a tendency to make you think things are actually funnier than what they really are. Had you been drinking alcohol at the time of hearing this Fred song, you'd be laying on the floor right now laughing your ass off. Saying the same thing I'm saying. Why the hell is he singing the Fred song? Fred!
Hey! It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello there.
That was a live hello there. Wow.
There's a technical issue over here. Thank you. Bear with me.
The technical issue is you had your microphone not positioned. You're not a professional. We pride ourselves on professional behavior around here.
We do?
When did that
Shut up,
Shut up.
Christy.
Try. Don't see that in the morning news. Hey, cram it, Violet. We're busy over here.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on over there, guys.
Just missing some paperwork. I'm shuffling around.
Paperwork. You have paperwork? You have to get your reports out? Is that what's going on?
Got to go through the overnights, cables from overseas.
The Worldwide News Wire.
Some fascinating stuff.
Hi, Christy.
Today.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, Ace.
My dirty.
Hi, Willie.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Pat. Hello. Hi, Tom.
Chick.
Here we go.
You're not going to say hello to Chippy?
Oh, geez. Hello, Chippy.
Don't forget Chippy.
I'm sorry, Chippy. I almost forgot. I'm sorry.
Calm down, Chippy.
Stop it. Give me that. I need that for later. Give me that.
Look, I like the bird too, but did we have to buy him his own little perch? I mean, geez, how much are we going to spend on this bird?
It's a first-class outfit. I'm
After
sorry.
a morning of pooping on Chick's jacket, we'd thought maybe get some... It's a shame we don't get a newspaper here, and he's just pooping all over an iPad.
We just use old bits.
Well, welcome to the 24th of September. It's great to be here.
Hey, by the way, I've set records. You guys know me. How long you know me? 40 years? I've set records being inconsiderate. We all know it. Self-centered, awful person.
I wouldn't say that.
Where's this going?
My achievement in this area is unbelievable.
This isn't about what you talked about off the air, is it?
No.
Okay.
So I'm driving to work, and is it really that big a deal to turn your brights down? Is that a big deal?
No, I
Is it a big deal?
What do you mean?
Like you drive, and they're having your brights on. They got your brights in your eyes, and they know it, and you know it.
You flap your lights and they...
Yeah, and they keep
them on?
They keep them on.
That's when you put yours on, then you steer right for them.
I know.
Accelerate, and they think, oh my God, this guy's going to kill me. Then you swerve over.
And as we covered a couple days ago, God knows, I'm an old man, and I forget. They flash, I turn them right off.
Me too.
I go, oh my gosh, I feel horrible.
Yeah, me too.
They don't care. They don't give a damn.
This happened this morning?
Happened this morning.
So they're still out there, so we can go find them.
Oh.
Wait a minute, hold it.
Get a license plate.
It's the famous scene in the town. I can't tell you much about this, but we got to go beat somebody up. And Willie's going to go, you want me to drive? That's a friend.
Yeah, there you
Fight
go.
and what's it about?
And when did turn signals become an option?
Okay,
I don't know.
Because you have to put your phone down.
God.
Operate the,
I can't speak to this. I hardly ever use my turn signal.
Are you serious?
I'm already in the
it drives
turn.
me nuts.
I'm already in the turn. I go, I should have put my signal. What did I say? I'm an old man. I forget.
Remember my theory now.
What?
That they should somehow tie the traffic lights into cell phones.
This is a terrible idea.
So that if you were staring at your cell phone...
This would cause the purge every day as people are commuting. People would be out in the middle of the highway fighting, rolling around.
We've just given up and we're saying, whatever, you can just look at your cell phone all the time. No, we can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that, no.
Put traffic lights on cell phones.
There's one particular
No, he
light
wants the
near
phone
here.
numbers of the people in the car on their car so you can call
them and tell them to get out of
what
your
he
way.
wants.
Well, there are certain video games where the closer you get to another player, you can talk to them with your headphones on, and I would appreciate that in a car. If the closer you got to a guy, you could say, hey, buddy, back off and go in left right here.
All right.
Yeah, someone has had this idea, which I liked. Your license plate would be your phone number, so you could
You had that idea.
call the guy.
Someone had this idea.
Somebody had this idea, and I
Hey,
was
crazy
Hey,
idea.
jackass, this left turn light's green for about 5 seconds. The next time it goes, for God's sake, accelerate and get out of here.
Yeah, pull over, buddy.
And we have to take this detour because the
the
road's
bridge.
going to be out until
Yeah.
$1
23,
million
I guess.
bridge that's 20 feet long.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Man, that better be. I'm going to get pictures of that bridge when it's done. Anyway,
That was only 800,000.
There's somebody. It feels like, and then you get in your head, oh, this guy's following me. He's going to kill me back here because this is like perfect for killing somebody. There's a creek. You
There's
just
no
go-
one back here.
Roll them into the creek and drive away.
Wow, Chick, it's almost like you've thought about this before.
That's right. Maybe I have.
Well, this
Remember, I
neighborhood's
did that
changing.
to my Christmas tree that one year.
You rolled it down.
What?
I took down my Christmas tree, and I really wasn't clear about where I should take it off to dispose of it. So
You gotta get rid of it.
I just pulled up in the neighborhood,
Oh, my gosh.
opened the way back, and rolled it out into the curb and into the ditch, and pulled away. It was like a body dump.
Well, of course you did.
I did.
Let's biodegradable.
It was. Thank you, Patrick. It is the squirrels. It was big day in squirrel news. New home arrives is the headline.
Oh, did you hear about this?
Yes, I'm helping.
New home arrives.
Now, was the deer in the middle of the driveway when you pulled in this morning?
Yes.
No, I didn't see
No.
the deer.
Anybody else see him?
I saw that.
Miraculously, the deer had
Right
moved
there.
by the time I
Right
drove
there when
up.
I
He
turned.
didn't move.
No, I'm glad that you're here. Everyone's safe. It's
Maybe
good to
they
be
like to welcome you every morning.
Yes, you are the king.
Yeah.
You are our
they
God.
look at you and they go, oh, good, he's back.
You come in.
here. Look, man brings light.
You know, when they raise Simba up, all the animals
Right.
gather around, you know.
It's our crazy God.
You make the lights come on.
I'm just telling you, there are a lot of deer around here. Check local listings. I don't know what's going on, if this has any relationship to the COVID thing or what, but We are densely populated in this area. So, coming up, we have a lot to get to.
You think there are deer doing it right now while we're talking?
Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. This is the
I
time.
don't know the seasonality of
Making
deer
baby
sex,
deer?
but why don't we look into that later? We have...
They rut in the spring, don't they?
The fall, I think.
Fall?
It is called
it fall?
rut. It is called rut.
That's what it's called?
When's the
I know
last
they have babies in the spring.
rutting.
do you call it that, too?
No, I was going to ask you when the last time you had a
Ace, do you
good
ever
rut.
say to your, Ace,
been a while for
say
me.
to your lady
We
friend,
know, Pat.
hey, baby, you want a rut?
Let's go rut.
We know, Pat.
Okay, so
Now a short poem.
so when my ex said we were in a rut, she meant we were being really sexy.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Well, when you
I
were in
wasn't
a rut,
born,
things weren't
actually,
going
rut.
so well.
Yeah, and rut, very good for poems. The point is, I want to pick a song
Yeah,
for
'cause-
Pat to butcher this morning.
The butcher. Is that what you just said?
Just to take a song
what he said.
and take the meaning
joy
away
out of
from
it?
it. Yes, and turn it into something humorous.
Okay.
So I'm going to give Pat. I'm going to read you a handful of headlines.
That's right. Australians call it rooting.
Do they?
Rooting. I was watching an Australian detective show, and they call it root.
Free time much?
That's right. Tom, when's the last good root you had? You and that
gal of yours.
I know this is fun, but let's wait till I have a sick day or something.
Oh,
we can get all
that's
this out of the way.
Okay.
Willie's the last time you had a root. You know
Oh, my
your
God.
sons had a root. You know that,
Oh,
right?
boy. Way too long. Let's keep going.
Sorry. I'm sorry. What, you're talking about a song?
Maybe you and Pat should have those signs like they have at the
I have
shop.
signs, all right.
74 days without an injury.
Oh, God.
Look,
I don't think his sign's big enough.
This is what irritates me. Look, he's that's the funniest thing you ever said. Look at him.
Pat, you could have
Pat,
that.
how many days has it been, really?
Honestly? Well, I'm not going to tell you honestly because I had a little bit of luck.
Okay. I don't
All
even
right,
want to
you're
think.
right. I don't want to know.
Oh, what happened? Did you get a bonus check?
Oh, now he's implying he bought her.
I got a new credit
You
card.
paid for her.
Okay, Pat, ready?
I'm ready.
This will be the Pat Godwin Challenge.
All right.
First of all, huge Gardner Minshew news. You can't, but we'll do that coming
I didn't
up.
see that. And I have Gardner Minshew
Christy,
on my
save me.
Google alert now. So,
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see
It's
the Gardner
sort of
Minshew.
It's
off-
right. It's in that
off the
stack
field.
I gave you.
Is it the Ryan Fitzpatrick was saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
So
the hair.
we need
yeah.
a new verse. Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yes, it's
got
the essence of the story is Ryan Fitzpatrick and Gardner Minshew are trading barbs about facial hair.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And
Patrick Fitzryan.
Yes.
Gardner is well known for his stash, which is sometimes called the Fu Minshew. And
Look, I think
Fitzpatrick's had a beard forever. And what is this, year 14 for him in the
But
NFL?
Ryan Fitzpatrick, his facial hair is like classical music, and Gardner Minshew is the equivalent of the Monkees. I mean,
Oh, wait a minute.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's
Don't-
beard is beyond reproach. Come on.
What did the monkeys do to you? Why are you?
No, I mean, but the
Chick's
Monkees
got a
were
point.
good.
That's a great beard.
It's like cotton
No, but
candy.
I
and
think
stuff,
Gardner
but-
Minshew could grow a great beard. He prefers to kind of play around with it. He'll have sort of sideburns and a
yes.
stash.
The thing that I read is that
soul patch.
Ryan Fitzpatrick said that he has patchy sides, Gardner Minshew. He says guys that grow mustaches have patchy sides.
Okay, well, we'll get to the story. This is how this show works. I just give Pat the headline.
Yeah, God
and
forbid
he
Pat knows what he's writing a song about.
We can only give him a limited amount of information. We have a 90
I feel like I'm
like
in
Willie's
family
attitude.
therapy.
we have a
Me
story.
too.
We have a story that's rather, I think, is it's a.
tenuous at best.
Yeah, did you see the bowling story? You ever heard of a no tap 300 in bowling?
what does no tap mean?
It means that
You don't have any beer?
it's not really a 300. I'll tell you about that in a minute. A 96-year-old lady bowled a no tap 300. You like that?
I've
one?
never even heard that before.
Yeah, it's bogus.
Is that what I'm doing?
This is a great story. A pregnant lady pulled her husband out of the ocean while he was being attacked by a shark.
Yeah, that's a
that,
cool
yeah.
story.
Yeah, wow, that's
what a hero.
Anyone who doesn't believe, by the way, in hormones may want to read this. Let's see. Tyrod Taylor may have had his lung punctured by
No, don't say anything.
somebody. Okay.
That's Chick's.
There's a guy that was caught in a jail with a gun hidden. Let's do that one, Pat. I don't want to give
course,
the
let's
story
do that.
away.
Oh,
Can we
of
do
course
that?
we're gonna do
I'll
that
send you
one.
the story. This involves something.
Yes.
Something. No, Christy, zip it. Okay, that'll be the Pat Godwin challenge. We'll have a fresh song
Why couldn't I
coming
take
up.
the old lady?
Now, Ace, did you
He likes the old lady.
rewatch your Raider game just to make sure they still won?
I have. I watched it again Saturday to get ready for Sunday.
Oh,
Oh man, that is
Now, do you watch on Sunday or you tape it and wait?
why do you do that? Why don't you just watch it live?
He'd have
Is
been
it a
sleeping.
superstition thing?
I go to
It
bed
was
at 8.
late.
You don't sleep. Who are you kidding?
I told you, you can't watch sports in bed because your adrenaline gets up.
Ah, all right.
And when his adrenaline gets up, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for a rut.
Yeah.
It was a good halftime Sunday.
Root? Rut's better. You
I
like-
think he implied he
like
had
it?
a little root on the halftime on Sunday. So you missed that.
In the rut?
Hey, you know,
Look at the time.
I'd like a nice meal. You know what?
I'm hungry too, aren't
nice
you?
meal.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh,
meal.
Bloody
yeah.
Mary.
We're going to be cooking a lot more this winter the way things are going. And if you're like a lot of us, maybe getting a little tired of your own cooking.
First one, no one's like you. But go ahead.
I think a lot of people are maybe a little tired of their own cooking. And how about this? HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. And what it means is the box comes to your house inside a couple of great meals, and they've done all the measuring. You throw them in the stove and go. Have some fun. They give you very, very specific directions. They've done all the shopping. Oh, did I mention they've done all the measuring? HelloFresh, the #1 meal kit. Christy and I are both big fans.
Big fans, yeah.
And we're talking about a variety of choices every week. Typically 22 chef-curated recipes, including very family-friendly stuff, or vegetarian, or low-cal, whatever you're into. They even have surf and turf. It's HelloFresh, and HelloFresh wants you to try this. So they've made an offer that is almost ridiculous. I don't know how they can do this one. You go to HelloFresh.com, use the code BTSHOW, like Bob Tom Show. $80 off, and then free shipping on your first box. How about that? By the way, and the way this is designed, there's a lot less food waste and a lot less waste of the packaging stuff. So it's good all around. HelloFresh has just so much good food. I think you're really going to like it. It's also great for date night.
Yep,
If
is.
Josh were here, I would tell him, Willie,
We use
HelloFresh,
it.
great for date night.
I date.
You don't.
I have a boyfriend that comes over and helps me cook HelloFresh. Yeah.
Is that a date?
That's very nice, but it's not a date technically.
Okay.
I was thinking it's like for
It's
a
understood. You don't
for
have to go
a first date you just met. And
Oh, a first date.
you don't
Yeah,
have to hand
okay.
me the cilantro.
You don't
that's
have to
in
go
that
hunt.
packet.
You're not on the hunt.
No, I'm not.
It's a fun
It's all
activity.
caged up, ready to go.
Yeah, I do it with
wouldn't
my
say
little
that.
girls. They get a big kick out of it. HelloFresh, once again, America's #1 meal kit. And don't forget, $80 off and free shipping on your first box. Go to HelloFresh.com. The code is BTSHOW. HelloFresh.com, BTSHOW. Remember that free shipping with that special offer. When we come back in sports, we have a punctured lung.
Sad news in the NFL. NBA and hockey playoffs continue. We got more games canceled in college football because of the sickness.
We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, have you heard the news? Gardner Minshew, the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, in action tonight. Thursday night football, taking on the Miami Dolphins in the Beard. Ryan Fitzpatrick, yes. Gardner Minshew versus Ryan Fitzpatrick on Thursday night football. A lot of people would say this isn't such a great matchup. Jacksonville against Miami, whatever. It's Gardner Minshew against the Beard. Come on. It's going to be fun. We'll have more in sports coming up with Chick McGee right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm guessing we might hear the Gardner Minshew song today from Pat Godwin.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Elton John anticipates January will be a good time to continue saying goodbye. He's announced new dates for his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It'll start in the U.S. January 19th in New Orleans. Elton John says he's been enjoying his time home with family during the pandemic, but does miss performing for fans. 6 acts lead the nominations for the CMT Music Awards. Ashley McBride, Dan and Shay, Calcia Ballerina, Luke Combs, Sam Hunt, and Thomas Rhett have 3 nominations each. Tanya Tucker gets her first nomination for Bring Me Flowers Now for Video of the Year, one of 14 videos up for that award. The CMT Music Awards will be October 21st. And Dolly Parton finally talking about her tattoos. She does not have the tattoo sleeves people think she has. She tells People magazine because she's so fair, scars tend to look purple on her skin, so she has tattoos of ribbons and bows and butterflies. She says at one point she was very sick and had a feeding tube that left an indent, like an indentation on her side. So she got a tattoo of a bee on a beehive to cover it. And no, she does not have a tattoo of her husband, Carl Dean. She says he's tattooed on her heart. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Wasn't there a line of women's underwear that looked like men's briefs? Wasn't that a thing for a while?
Called boy shorts. There still are, yeah.
Well, women can wear men's stuff way more easily than men can wear women. It's more acceptable, I think.
Don't you find it sexy when a woman is wearing like a man's shirt?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Pat.
Came out weird.
Pat, it's Sunday morning and the woman comes out of your apartment wearing one of my shirts.
Okay, you got it. Wow. You hit it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Here, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. My dog's been talking to me, and I ain't wild about the conversation. He was originally contracted as a sweet but loyal mute. Now he's turned into a speechifying yakety-galoot. And I gotta tell you, folks, I don't know what it was I expected, but his choice of subjects is what really stinks. The way he talks about cats and squirrels would set your ears to ring. And don't you get him started on that spay and neuter thing. You know, you can only just hear so much about marking territory technique and such. Hey, quit looking at me, buddy. Anybody can see that my dog's been talking to me. Now, he don't like that dry dog food, no matter how clean his teeth it will make. Well, he would rather snack from a hefty sack and then brush with a fluoride paste. Sit. I said sit. What do you mean you got a lawyer? I said sit. Now, if you're taking the time to examine your doggy's lips, you find the sides are floppy and serrated. And right up under his nose, why, his lips, they barely meet. And his tongue is way too big for proper enunciation in his speech. So consequently, his F's and M's and P's and B's are less than perfect in their execution. And what's worse, they are accompanied by a string saliva breeze that anoints the conversation like a crystal clear pizza cheese. And when that dog is in my automobile, he's always messing with my radio station. And if he leaves that seat moved up again, I'm taking away his keys because my dog's been talking to me. Oh yeah, I said my dog's been talking to me. I said my doggy has been talking to me. Bow wow.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, man, what a rock and roll subject off the air. 622 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, rock and roll weather.
Man, where do you get your sushi?
Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 78, clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow, 56 right now.
Thank you very much. Details about beer, booze, and wings coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show on this, the 24th of September, 2020. The madness continues. Once again, a lot of, I think, big companies and organizations have what they call a mission statement now. They make a real big deal out of it. We don't mention it all that often.
Some of them have it posted in the lobby as you're waiting.
Oh, yeah. It's on their
big frame.
It's on all their emails.
Yep.
And at the end of each email, there's
fill in the blank.
There's a lengthy thing at the end of each email with some legal mumbo-jumbo. Here at the Bob and Tom Show, once again, ladies and gentlemen, our mission statement is participating there. There you go. You got
it's never been more true.
Okay, very good. Let's introduce by height. This is complicated.
I think Willie, Ace, and I and you are all the same size.
Okay, so we'll just go by alphabet then. Ace Cosby is our engineer. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Chick McGee is across the way.
Sing the song.
P, Q, R.
Really?
Pat Schroeder. This is Tom speaking. There's Willie Griswold right next to me. We're doing height still. Pat Godwin is in the other room, and he's being fed in here by Closed Circuit TV, working on a brand new
I haven't
song.
been fed yet.
I brought the cookies from the really good bakery, Pat.
15 seconds.
Put them in the micro for 15 seconds. You'll thank me. Christy Lee is right there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk and missing in action once again. It's the son of a Vietnam combat veteran.
How about try this? And Josh Arnold on vacation.
Yeah. Well, that would work.
Instead of
MIA. Okay.
Really quick, can I say one thing? Has anyone ever gone up to you and said, you know what, Tom, I didn't believe you at first, but I put the cookie in the microwave for 15 seconds, and I have to thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Get it a lot.
Thank you.
Oh,
Get it a lot.
I get it
That
a lot.
is a lie.
It's a hack that will turn that cookie into a delicious breakfast cookie. And you're welcome, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course.
Now,
Thank
once
you.
again, Josh is not here. He's in Bear Country in North
I've been
Carolina.
here for 20 minutes. I'm exhausted.
He is not sitting in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair, but that's no reason not to get that gal of yours a pair of earrings. Or perhaps that fellow, some cool-looking bracelet. Chick McGee is at the sports desk just itching to get something.
NBA action last night. Tyler Hero.
He's a hero.
H-E-R-R-O. He's a bad man.
Tyler, you are a hero.
Oh, Bonnie Tyler. Ugh. What a...
Billy, don't be a hero.
Ugh, no, she's... what's the name
Eclipse
of
the Heart.
Eclipse of the Heart.
don't
We
like
don't
that?
need
I don't
another hero. I need a hero. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's the one I did 5 minutes ago.
No.
Is that what we're going to do all morning?
Hey, Billy, you want to go get breakfast? Bob
Oh
Evans
my
is open at
gosh!
6.
I want some hollandaise sauce. I
yeah.
want a Bloody Mary. I want a little beer with the Bloody Mary. You ever do that?
What was the new drink we learned about yesterday? The new type of mimosa?
A mimosa.
In honor of...
It was the Momoa-osa.
Mimosa.
It's when a hairy line cook with big muscles serves you your
Jason
drink.
Momoa serves you a mimosa. It's a Momoa mimosa.
Should be a commercial. Okay, back to you. What did Mr. Tyler do?
He had scored his age and then some. Miami Heat take a 3-1 lead. The NBA's Eastern Conference Final. The 20-year-old hero set a Miami rookie playoff record at 37 points, 112-109 win over the Celtics. He was 14 of 21 from the floor and 5 of 10 from three-point range from the arc. Tom, yes.
I have a question.
Go.
Would someone explain to me why they're the Boston Celtics, not the Boston Celtics?
I don't know. That's you know what? There's
You ask
no
that
reason
every
for
year.
it. It's just
I don't have an
Celtic
adequate
knot,
answer.
yeah.
it's just our
It's a Celtic
policy.
ring. It's a Celtic. I don't know.
Makes no sense.
Sorry, back to you.
That's all you have.
That's all I cared about. Really.
That's your little firecracker throwing into my. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Chick, is the
Unlike
series
most
tied up?
mornings, huh?
Is the series tied up now too? Is that what it is? Or?
Nope. Heat 3-1.
Okay.
Heat 3-1 over the Celtics. So there you go. Stanley Cup. If Josh were here, Tampa Bay Lightning 2 wins away from their second Stanley Cup after knocking off Dallas in Game 3, 5-2. They lead that series 2-1. College football. The Houston Cougars.
Wow.
That's a new
That was pretty good. That
yeah.
was Christy and I at the same time. Still waiting to play their season opener. All right, you guys. Let's go out there. Okay, let's go out there next week. All right, you guys. Another week? Okay, we go out there. That's got to be tough.
What do you think about that, Chippy? Having to wait all that time.
Hitting them up. Come on, Chippy, let's go. All right. Go get him
Chippy
next
sounds upset again.
time.
He does sound upset.
This is Chippy upset. Chippy is not a Houston
I told you he
Cougar
was
fan.
upset.
See, why are you... If you
Ouch.
ignore him... Yes, I know. Shit.
Ouch.
Can he have a cookie?
Who said that? Was that Todd?
15 seconds in the micro, and those cookies are delicious.
More college football games wiped out by the COVID-19 issues. Houston, again, without a game to play after third consecutive opponent had to pull out.
Ooh. Well.
No, he's going to knock
It never
anybody up.
works.
They were going to play the game on her belly. No, that's one of my... I don't even know what that means.
Christy, is that the rhythm method of birth control?
No.
Okay.
The rhythm method is where you count the days, and you got to make sure you're so many days out from the start of your period. Yeah,
parents. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Number 7, Notre Dame and Wake Forest, a sleepy bunch of guys, will be moved to December 12th while the Demon Deacons are moving their non-conference game against Campbell a week earlier. The Soups till October. So you don't need to know all that. Sad news, the NFL, one of the best running backs this reporter's ever seen. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers has passed away. Made his mark as one of the NFL's best all-purpose running backs. 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Yeah,
it might be 16
was
inches
it Mike
of daylight.
Ditka who said that he would consider him the best football player he ever saw?
Yep. I think so.
His moves were amazing.
And as we all know, we don't want to question Ditka because he'll get. He was the what? You remember his nickname?
Oh no,
Gail the Whale. That's right. No,
it
was
wasn't.
the Kansas Comet. That's right. Sayers was considered the best open field runner in the NFL has ever seen. His friendship.
I saw Brian's song. Does that count?
Yeah.
Brian Piccolo in 1970.
Wait a minute. Stop for a second. Christy, do you know who played Brian Piccolo?
Was it James Caan?
Yes.
When you hit your knees tonight.
I don't remember who played Gail Sayers, though.
Lando Calrissian. Come on.
Billy D.
Damn.
And they made. Didn't they do a remake of that?
I think they did, but it
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I think they did. Well, that's
It came and went very fast.
We were talking earlier about rutting. I'm not sure why you brought it up, Chick, but this.
I was saying that
because-
as we're doing the show, there are deer rutting right now.
Because
But
I always
Christy
mention
brought
that
up
as
a
I
fact.
drive in, we are in a somewhat wooded area here.
Here we go.
And I see deer almost all the time driving in.
Oh, dear.
And I, so far the winner of the hitting the most deer award is Pat Godwin.
Yeah, 2 in 1 year.
Who's trashed 2 cars.
Total 2 cars, no
Was
gap
your
insurance.
mom born on an Indian burial ground from a gypsy?
But whenever, sometimes I will email everybody early in the morning going, hey, be careful, there are a lot of deer. And sometimes they congregate. There'll be a dozen of them out here in our field.
So Tom texts us 2
hours before we even
all
come
know,
to work.
first of all, Tom hasn't made any money since 1989. He hasn't slept since 93. And he's here from, this is like the Rose
3 a.m.
Parade to him.
Gets
As soon as
earlier.
one show ends, he starts preparing for the next
gets
morning.
earlier and
He
earlier.
never goes home.
Right.
So 6 hours before we're supposed to get here, he texts us and says, there's a deer in the driveway. Watch out.
Well, what's going to happen if there is karma and a God,
You're
morning,
missing my entire
Chick
point.
will hit a deer.
Oh.
And
No.
somehow I'll be blamed. Okay, well, I'm sorry. So rutting, I don't know much about deer. One of my friends is a big deer hunter, though. And he's got the tree house, whatever they call it, with
A tree stand.
Some people call that harvesting.
What'd you call it?
It's a tree house. He sits up there with his phone.
A tree stand is what teenagers look at porno mag and smoke cigarettes in.
Here's my larger problem with you. It's not like you're really that much smarter than anyone. As a matter of fact, I don't think you are that much smarter. If you call a deer stand,
I'm trying to make it more relatable to those that don't hunt deer. I'm a big fan of deer hunters, and they need to thin the herd. I certainly get that.
My favorite deer hunter?
Who?
Christopher Walken, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I walked out of that movie.
Man, that's painful.
So
it holds up, too.
So
Ooh, I walked out.
rutting is sex.
Evidently.
Yeah.
In the deer
So do
world.
they call it rut sex?
Here we
Why
go.
do they call it that rut sex, Tommy?
ahead,
Why do
Tommy.
they call it, Tommy?
They're not parents.
No, but it's not.
Go ahead, say it.
Do it.
Is it butt?
Oh, there he is. Our favorite frontier pervert. Back to visit us again.
It's the frontier pervert.
Yeah.
So I need a little clarification, and I'm sure a hunter can tell me this.
I got nothing.
Do the deer only mate once a year?
Yes, once a year.
That's it?
No, I don't
so
know.
So there's like
It's
a seasonal
very seasonal, yes.
Wouldn't that be weird if humans were that way?
Some humans are that
Yeah, I was
way.
going to say, I think some people are.
Like you'd be at the bar.
My birthday and anniversary, that's about it.
You're at the bar. You look around. Look at her. I'll tell you what. Come November, I'm hitting that. Or whatever the season is. I don't need to. Someone can probably enlighten
You don't
me.
have to be accurate in the joke world, okay? Calm down. Well, that'd have been funny, but everyone knows deer late
If
October.
I would have said March.
We'll get it. We'll get a wind back going.
I think it is
Here's
spring,
how the joke
actually.
should go.
It seems like it would be spring.
They have babies in the
Okay,
spring.
I've already
They
been
have
informed.
babies in the spring.
Just informed. Texter says deer rut in the fall usually starts mid-October through November. So, hey,
they're
fellas.
rutting.
All right, then.
Fellas, look around.
So they're dating now.
So
they're
careful.
starting to date.
They're
out on
look at
dates.
Fawn over there. I'm going to hit
Careful.
that. come mid-October.
Wait a minute, your girlfriend Deer's name's Fawn?
Yeah, of course.
Love it.
Yeah, pretty fun.
She's of age now.
Sure.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, you don't want to get
I
her.
thought she was killed in a kiln fire. She was making pottery. Oh, no,
was in
that
the
was
movie
Animal
Animal
House.
House.
Hey, ask me how old Fawn is.
How old's Fawn?
She's old enough to get bucked.
In the rut.
Because a buck is going to be there.
I think it's the Frontier Pervert's son.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh, gosh, it's all happening.
It's all
Thank you very
happening,
much.
baby.
No.
Quarterbacks Gardner Minshew and Ryan Fitzpatrick have been trading facial hair barbs.
And we'll save that story because we got to get Dean on base.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Save that till next break. We have to get done. Pat, have you been working on your other song, or do you have
That was done last break, yeah.
Oh, so do you have the Gardner Minshew thing ready then?
Yeah.
Can you write a new verse for that? It's about beards. Okay,
I
good.
did it, yeah.
An anonymous sources claim the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Tyrod Taylor, of course, the second player in the NFL named after a car part.
Who's
you
the first?
remember Manifold Johnson? He played
okay.
linebacker for the Packers in the 60s. You remember that?
Manifold Johnson.
That's right.
Well, that's because it was a nickname because he was, let's just say,
Size of a manifold.
oh, it hung like a.
No, I think it was his given name, now that I think about it. Tyrod was absent from Sunday's game against the Chiefs because...
Why?
Once again, not making anything up here, as I'm wont to do. Not in this case. A team doctor punctured his lung.
What?
Hey!
How do you do that?
It seems to me like they should get a different team doctor. What does he do? Is he a team doctor for the Redskins? This kind of
You know the name of the
Washington
doctor?
football team?
No, what's the name of the doctor?
He was Dr. Richard Kimball.
The Fugitive.
He's on
UN
fire this morning.
production, starring David Jensen as
The Fugitive. You remember that he was
Are
a
you
doctor.
proud of your father? Is that it?
Yes, I do remember that he was a doctor.
He was getting a pain injection shot for his ribs.
He had some cartilage and they tried it and he missed it. I can imagine it's all jumbled around in there. And trying to give him a shot.
How big of a needle is that?
Well, about a meter long.
You'd have to go in between the ribs, too, obviously.
Pulp Fiction?
Oh, God.
That's what the doctor said. He goes, have you ever been inside a body? It's all, the rib is
There's
really...
a lot of stuff in there.
confused.
Gets all gooey. It's darker than hell unless you have a big
Have
light.
you read this anatomy? Gee, many Christmas.
So is Tyrod okay?
Coach Anthony Lynn said, Andy Lynn, complications with the shot, but I know the man who gave it. People make mistakes.
Well, okay.
Okay, now this is the sentence. This is the quote. There were complications with the shot, comma, but I know the man who gave it.
So he's assuming it's the doctor?
People make mistakes. I guess that's not a compliment, is it?
But they were doing it. Why were they giving him the shot?
Because he had a pain injection. Because he had
I think bruised ribs.
He had bruised ribs. And
I think there was
that
anything
ties
you could
into.
do
Doesn't
for
that tie in? Isn't the McRib back?
What?
You know, if you were actually
Make
wanting
rib back.
have you ever wanted to have a conversation instead of set up a joke? Is that
Nope.
I could go for
Never.
Have you ever gone into your father and gone, Dad, I'd like to talk to you about girls?
Oh, no.
Oh, let me tell you about
Girl
girls.
walks in the
Huh?
bar.
And he brings out his drummer and
They call him Tommy Always on Griswold.
always on, baby.
I don't know. You're the one about the dough. She got pregnant. You know what she said?
No, what'd you say?
Ruh-roh.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's
not too bad.
That's pretty funny. Yep.
No, I think this is our first
That's
fight.
actually pretty good. I got a new take on it.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Round
What's
two.
what's the dog's name in Scooby? Oh, Scooby-Doo is the dog, right?
Look, I get told a lot. You pick on Tom too much. I don't think I pick on him enough.
So
What's the name of the dog in Scooby-Doo, Willie?
Did you hear that Scooby-Doo found out that the deer were rutting, and he did a little cross-species thing, and Scooby-Doo knocked up a doe. And you know what he said when he found out?
Ruh-roh. Yeah, we got it 5 minutes ago. You tell a joke like I do. He has to do it.
He had to say the punchline.
And laugh like a
He
maniac.
had to say it. Oh, that was
Oh,
great.
jeez.
Oh,
We'll get back to this exciting story about Deflate Gate 2.
No, I'm
with
not.
with the lung of what's his name, Tyrod Taylor.
We'll be right back as soon as I have an attitude adjustment.
Okay, we're doing shots already. I need a little help from Chick McGee because years ago
now you need me.
he brought in a little something called Simply Safe. And hey, what a good idea. Simply Safe, it's the security system that is getting all the awards. Don't just take my word for it. U.S. News and World Report named Simply Safe Best Overall Home Security of 2020. And you install it yourself. No wires. You don't have to get your drill out. You don't have some guy with bad breath running around looking in your medicine cabinet going, maybe I should put one in here.
This is
probably set it off when you poop.
The do-it-yourself home security system. No wires, magnets, wireless technology. They've got it all at Simply Safe. They've got all the sensors and cameras. They blanket every room. Professional monitoring keeps watch day and night, ready to send police, fire, medical professionals if there's an emergency. Now, it's peel and stick technology. It's just that simple. No technician required, no contract, no hidden fees, no sales guys, as Tom so beautifully related earlier. No fine print, and all this starts at just $15 a month, and go a little more and get an app for your smartphone, and you can arm and disarm and check on your cameras right there on your phone. Of course we have a deal for you. Head to simplysafetom.com right now and get a free HD camera just for our listeners. You heard me. That's simplysafetom.com. A free HD camera exclusively for Bob and Tom Show listeners.
Thank you very much, Simply Safe. When we come back, a little bit of Gardner Minshew. We have the Pat Godwin challenge.
And
also, we have a letter to Pat. We have a Dear Pat Godwin letter.
And we'll have the answer to the age-old question. What's the name of the dog on Scooby-Doo?
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Coming up today on the Bob and Tom Show, Thursday, September 24th. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. Al Jackson, Geechee Guy, zooming their way in. Two of our favorite comedians. Geechee hasn't been around for a while. We'll catch up with Geechee. He used to live in Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city, and just went there to watch him die. But we'll catch up with Geechee Guy coming up later this morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night, Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat take a 3-1 lead over the Boston Celtics in the bubble. Miami 112, Boston 109. And Tampa Bay up 2-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals, beating Dallas last night 5-2. Interleague winners in Major League Baseball, the Angels, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Oakland. American League, Cleveland, Seattle, Toronto, Boston, and Minnesota. The National League winners, Philly, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and San Francisco. And sad news out of the NFL yesterday. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers has passed away. He made his mark as one of the NFL's best all-purpose running backs and was later celebrated for his friendship with Bears teammate Brian Piccolo. He was nicknamed the Kansas Comet. He was considered among the best open field runners the NFL has ever seen. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you ever been to a corn maze?
Oh, I love those.
Oh, and for the record, as my cousin Lonnie found out, maize has to be carved into corn. He tried doing soybean maze last year. I've never been closet phobic or anything before, but that experience yesterday scared the crap out of me.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Don't laugh, but I think I may have had a panic attack. Have you guys ever had a panic attack?
Yep.
I started sweating like I was peeing on a pregnancy test again.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
I took you to the airport today. Said you'd be back 2 weeks from today. I came home, I was so lonely and sad. And that's why I'm screwing your sister. That's why I'm screwing your sister. She's got the same laugh. She's got the same nose. Like you, she likes to suck on my toes. Seems so funny, I don't miss you as much. Now that I've been screwing your sister. Picked you up from your gate today. But you were acting in such a strange way. It was then you put together the pieces. The fun I had with your nieces. They got the same eyes. They've got that same face. Like you, they like to wear that black lace. Seems so funny, I don't miss you as much. How I love your nieces to pieces. Started posing those questions to me. But I didn't want to hurt you, you see. It was then that you were to uncover the orgy we had at your brother's. I screwed your cousin Sue. I mounted Aunt Jean. Boy, I really made your grandmother scream. Seems so funny we don't miss you as much now that I've been screwing your family. It's all good.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee. Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. A tradition unlike any other.
Oh, God.
The Masturbators. This weekend on CBS.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And
Hi there, 646 at Q95. Welcome back to the mature, calm Bob and Tom Show. Here's Tom.
We're going to do that? I don't think so.
Shut up and go.
Hi, Christy. I like your purple shirt. She's got the weather forecast.
Tom, thank you. Sunny today. Look for a high of 78. Clear tonight down to 60. Sunny and 80 tomorrow. It's 56.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, it's called... it's pretty simple. It's called Beer, Booze, and Wings.
I wonder what they're going to do there.
Don't you like that?
I heard this was in August.
No, it's October 10th. Jackass time. And Jackass time. It's Chick's new show, Jackass time. I'll give you some details about that coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Check local listings. Jackass time. 13 before the hour.
I'll give you 4 guesses as to who we call Jackass in this video.
Let's see, where were we? I know we are the Bob and Tom Show. Our engineer, of course, is Ace Cosby, the legend. He's going to be doing his Ace Cosby joke of the day shortly.
That chick will be laughing.
We've got some Thursday night football coming up.
That's right.
I assume we will.
5 more days.
I know the official shoe-in is tomorrow. Are you going to pick tonight's game?
No.
No,
I'm not.
Sorry. Okay.
Staying away from it.
Who's playing?
Staying away from it. I'm scared to death of tonight's game.
We'll be
playing tonight?
It's unbelievably...
Jacksonville and Miami.
We're going to be talking about the Minshew...
Battle of the Floridas.
The Battle of the Mustaches and Beards coming up.
Battle of Florida.
Now, we have Christy Lee over there. I'm Tom. There's Willie. There's Pat Godwin.
That's where we're going to do it now.
Now, let's see. Where were we? Oh, and Josh is not here. So the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair remains empty. Josh is in North Carolina in bear country.
They found a bear in the Appalachian Mountains. Did you see that story?
Uh-oh. Was he looking for...
No, he was dead, hanging on a sign. I wonder if Josh
Dead hanging on a sign.
Yeah, it was kind of like somebody had propped a bear up. Yeah, I'll find the story for you.
What was the sign
This is
all
the
about?
best movie I've ever heard. The guy goes to find the bears and he loses his mind, and they make him mad, and he goes on a bear killing spree.
Yeah, and then
I
he goes,
like it.
He goes, "You want a sign? That's a sign.
That's a sign."
Yeah.
Is the bear? Was the bear
Hold
killed?
on.
Eat lead, Yogi. Yeah.
Well, that should be the title. Eat lead, Yogi. That'll keep the kids away.
Doty, don't make me mad.
You think that was a boo-boo? Watch this. Okay, very good. We'll find out about this later. Do you have the story about the mustache versus the beard?
An anonymous source claimed the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm not doing that yet. I'm going back to this story.
I found the bear story already.
You got the bear story now, check. So
go ahead.
Great Smoky Mountains National Park officials have offered a $5,000 reward for information about a dead bear found draped on a Foothills Parkway sign. They found the head and pelt of a black bear draped Saturday over the Parkway entrance sign near Highway 321.
Okay, that's a sign.
That's
a message. That's a message.
Somebody's, yeah. But anyway, so if you have any information, get a hold of the National Park guys.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. Back to Gardner Minshew.
The Los Angeles Chargers doctor accidentally punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung when giving him a pain shot.
That's incredible to me.
Coach Lynn said there were complications. I know the guy who gave it. People make mistakes. I think he likes the guy, and it was just an honest mistake. He said rookie Justin Herbert will get his second NFL start this Sunday against the Panthers. Lynn did not say when Taylor would be out, but said the 10-year-old veteran quarterback was at the team's complex and working with Herbert. And also Lynn said, boy, that's got to hurt. I would have hated that happened to me. Boy, can you imagine getting your lung punctured? That would really make you winded. He continued.
Yeah.
Taylor was taken to the hospital due to difficulties breathing.
Yeah,
I bet.
Hence the lung issue.
Yeah, the air's escaping.
Oh, geez, I didn't see Dean over there. Quarterbacks Gardner Minshew and Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And Patrick
Fitzryan
have been trading facial hair barbs. That's right, between the Jaguar and Dolphins quarterback tonight. Pittsburgh, that's right, told reporters, I think the beard is cooler. Guys that grow mustaches have patchy sides. He said guys. He didn't say Gardner.
well, he kind of implied it, didn't he?
Yeah. You know, I have a lot of respect for my elders, Minshew said, especially when they're that much older. Gardner, score.
This is like the lamest wrestling promo of all time.
It really
yeah, I heard he has patchy sides.
Tonight, the Dolphins are getting 3 in Jacksonville.
I don't care for this Ryan Fitzpatrick's beard at all.
It is
luxurious.
It's bushy and nasty.
It's super thick.
It's Greenland. It's Iceland.
know I'm not a fan of that.
He's a Viking.
Yeah.
That beard is something.
He's a Norse god.
Puts Letterman to shame. And
Gardner Minshew's hot. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, he looks good.
No, what does he have this week?
What? Gardner Minshew looks right in your sweet spot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You put a guitar in his hand.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Get that guy
What does he
3
have
Miller
this
High.
week, facial hair-wise? Because he changes it all the time.
This is like the Fu Manchu with the soul patch and a little bit of whatever right around the chin.
If Gardner Minshew comes over to your house and goes, hey, can I borrow some money for dinner? You're in love. That's all there is to it.
Well, here's what I'll say. She
He
won't be
makes
able.
more money than me. Why would he borrow money?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's coming to
That's
your
guys you
house.
like.
But I think you won't even have time to get your hands on him because if my dad gets word of it, he's going to be over there and he's going to try to get Gardner in his car, take him back to his place.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I want to sing him the Gardner Minshew song.
Tom wants to kiss him on the face.
We have, you'll see the band in the other room there. Dean on... notice the Dean has a different bass for every song that we do now.
Yes, I
Is that
do
a Fender
notice that.
P bass?
I wonder if there's anybody who could tell us what kind of bass that is. I'm not sure.
Well, it is actually, you can't buy these off the shelf. It's a Fender Jazz bass.
Oh, jazz bass.
Fretless? No, it's got frets in.
It is fretless. This is a Kramer aluminum neck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice. That's beautiful.
1979.
Okay, enough bass talk. Could we move on?
I tell you how I shimmed it up to get it to work.
That's lovely.
I want to hear it. We'll do it later. Yeah.
Okay, I'll email it to you.
Okay, perfect.
All right, now, where were we? Oh, so how many teams has Fitzpatrick played for?
Oh, my
I
God.
love this joke.
He loves this joke. He said.
Man, you know what the answer is? Most of them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Isn't there some weird record that he has actually beaten at one point every team in the NFL?
I think you're exactly right. Yeah.
I thought I read that somewhere, that he's actually, over the course of time.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has played for a journeyman quarterback known for his tenure at 8 teams during his career, starting at least one game for Rams, Bengals, Bills, Titans, Texans, Jets, Buccaneers, and now the Dolphins.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
What has he got?
A lot of money.
Yeah.
and
a
diploma from Harvard.
A lot of fulfilled contracts, yeah.
And his own moving van, apparently.
Gardner Minshew is famous for his mustache and dancing around the locker room naked. And he's got a really good sense of humor. He's got a beautiful speaking voice.
She's around the bend, dude.
Oh,
You're looking at the next Mrs. Minshew.
I had no idea he was that hot.
Oh, he's cute. He's a good-looking kid.
We've been doing this song for a year.
Look at her. She's all flushed. She's going to slide right out of that chair.
Now, Pat Godwin, this is your brilliant creation, the Gardner Minshew song,
Mick
which
Jaguar.
I love very much.
I'm not
sorry.
Pat Godwin.
Sorry, Mick Jaguar.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, new information.
Long intro, apparently.
He's the Jaguars quarterback, leading the attack. Gardner Minshew. Naked in the locker room, a mustache just like a broom goes while the kids go, baby. Gardner Minshew. All right. Fitzpatrick's remarks are snide. Said Gardner's stash is patchy on the sides. Take that, Minshew. But Minshew gets bolder, says, you know, I have respect for my elders when they're older. Point goes to Minshew. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, Tom makes me play the song.
Everyone loves it.
It's mostly information, and it's way too long. Oh, and nobody sings along anymore. Woo!
Why don't you have Dean talk about his bass during this part?
You're not helping.
I can't try and sing it.
Hey, Tom. What's the matter, man? There might be no one in the stands, but there's some Jaguar cheerleaders dying to meet you. All you gotta do is ask. Even do it without a mask. Woo, like we used to. Everyone. Gardner Minshew.
Oh, thank you very much, Mick Jaguar. And the Gardner Minshew
He was
tribute.
really on that today, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Very
sold
nice.
the hell out of that Mick Jagger accent. Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Pat loves doing the songs with the accents.
Of course he does.
It's, hey, who's the guy that did Stop the World, I Want to Get Off? Who was
Anthony Newley.
Yeah, everything would be run together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that just this mush mouth. We should have you do that for a second.
I can't understand why he wasn't more popular. Anthony Newman.
I remember him.
Yeah. I saw him on
They called him the singing adverb. Did you know
Did they
that?
really? I did not know that.
Singing diphthong.
Oh, what a great word, diphthong.
I
You don't
love
hear
that.
that very
I
much.
like that guy's. I like the way he mixes stuff. Oh, that's Diplo. Sorry. We'll be right back.
Oh, he's being hip.
The level of hipness over here.
Congratulations.
Coming over here, has anyone seen the Richard Nixon sandwich story? It's not. This is not a political story, so calm down.
I can wait.
I'm not a sub.
More news coming up. More sports. World records.
You missed that. That was a good line. I am not a sub.
Don't do the line.
You just stole
my line.
I just gave you credit for it.
Okay.
I just said no one heard it.
Okay.
It's unbelievable.
No, it's fine.
We can do it. We'll do it again.
I gave you full credit. When we come back, we'll pause and give Willie plenty of room to get the line in again. But Dick Nixon, when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
If only I had that voice. Slammin' Sam, a legend in the industry. And right here on Bob and Tom 24/7, I'm not Slammin' Sam, and I'm no legend in the industry. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Thursday morning. Great comedians on the way, Al Jackson and Geechee Guy. Coming up Friday morning, stay tuned, everybody. Maria Bamford, one of our all-time favorites. She's the one that did Just Like Mom Driving. Oh, yeah, Maria Bamford on the way Friday, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was remembered yesterday at the court in front of grieving family, colleagues, and friends as a prophet for justice who persevered against long odds to become an American icon. Meanwhile, crowds grew outside waiting for a chance to pay their respects. In the court's Great Hall, the 8 justices were masked along with everyone else because of corona. They were gathering for the first time in more than 6 months for the ceremony to mark Ginsburg's death from cancer last week at the age of 87. Smoke from the West Coast wildfires has tainted grapes in some of the nation's most celebrated wine regions. The resulting ashy flavor could spell disaster for the 2020 vintage. The smoke from this year's blazes has been especially bad, thick enough to obscure vineyards drooping with clusters of grapes almost ready for harvest. Growers are trying to assess the extent of the smoke damage in California, Oregon, and Washington. And Sister Stephanie Baliga has run the Chicago Marathon for the past 9 consecutive years. When the race was canceled this year because of the coronavirus pandemic, she decided to run a treadmill marathon in her convent's basement to raise money for the mission of Our Lady of the Angels Food Pantry in Chicago. In the end, she finished her quote-unquote race with a time of 3 hours, 33 minutes, which was submitted to Guinness World Records. So far, she's raised more than $130,000 for her mission. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. My dear, if you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yamant. In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear, scamos. In Berlin, it's Helten, Sie the Schnauzer. In Jakarta, it's simply Bon Kom. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please. Maestro, the key change. Now we are in the bedroom. So comfortably reclined. Too bad the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind.
3 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is. A quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Look for sunshine, high 78, clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow, 56 now.
So, no, this betting thing is happening again.
FanDuel is in Indiana, and in fact, FanDuel Sportsbook is an official partner of the Indianapolis Colts. You heard me. It lets you bet on all the action this NFL season. Place your first bet risk-free. Get up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. You heard me. The FanDuel Sportsbook app, safe, secure. They'll pay you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. To start betting, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up with promo code WFBQ so they know we sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code WFBQ. Must be 21 or older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. Site credit non-withdrawable and expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's FanDuel in Indiana.
Thank you very much, FanDuel. Coming up, info about beer, booze, and wings. That's right. You know what that means, don't you? Like this tune. A little bit of Duke Tomato again. Had the band live yesterday in the studio. That was great. They got a special program they're going to be doing. Big fundraiser with some blues and barbecue in Elkhart.
Yep.
Where the rivers meet in the shape of the heart of an elk.
Okay.
I got a letter.
You got a letter?
Yep.
That's what they said?
Yep. Speaking of letters, got one coming up before I introduce everybody. There's Ace, there's Willie G, there's Pat Godwin, there's Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk.
Mm-hmm.
Josh not here. He's hunting bears. He's
yes, he is.
Not in the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. This is Tom speaking. Got a letter for you, Pat Godwin.
Oh, yeah?
We were talking about deer and the rutting season ahead, apparently.
Oh, dear.
And there are a lot of deer running around here. You got to be careful with your car. I know you hit 2 in 1 year.
2017, yeah.
Got this nice letter from Rick. He says, Dear Pat Godwin, I've got you beat, my friend. I hit 5 deer in 1 year.
Okay, that's demonic possession.
Well,
that's not an accident.
I make deliveries in a van. I drive 200 plus miles a day.
Yikes.
This is, of course, Rick from Toledo. Thank you very much, Rick.
After you hit 3 deer, you're trying.
That's a lot of it's personal.
You're aiming at this point.
That's a lot of miles on the road, though, man. Holy.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Stupid world record. A 96-year-old, 96?
Wow.
96-year-old Pennsylvania woman has bowled a so-called no-tap 300. I'm going to have a lot of problems with this story. I'm just telling you. Okay?
Why is that?
Buckle up. Sarah Lyons explains, the 96-year-old explained, I had all strikes in a row, not an open frame at all. Well, actually, in a no-tap 300 game, if you knock down 9 pins on your first ball of a frame, it counts as a strike?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this is totally bogus.
What are you talking about?
They have. I had to research this because I'd never heard of it. You can they have 8-pin and 9-pin no tap, which means if you on your first ball get 8, it counts as a strike, or 9 counts as a strike.
If the rest of them are all strikes, is that what you're saying?
No. Every frame.
So
you could conceively get
no strikes.
10
open frames.
I guess
basically.
it would be 12 strikes in a row, and it would be a 300, right?
Well, no, you wouldn't.
No, okay. So the first, you have to say it's a no tap. Is that to begin with?
Yeah.
And then every time you hit 9 pens on the first ball, it counts as a strike.
Yep.
So does it matter if you pick up the spare or not?
You don't have to.
You don't have to. Well, then you're not going to get 12.
I think you hit the button and reset.
You're not going to get an extra ball in the 10th frame if you don't mark, right?
Well, so it's like a strike. So you do get an extra ball. You get 2 extras automatically.
No, it's not a strike. It's not.
Well, I know it's not a strike. I'm just saying it's a stupid thing in this world record. Hey, lady, you can't get a real record just because you're 96 doesn't mean we're giving it to you.
Come on, this isn't fair.
I don't know how we started this story on the air.
Yeah. I say she's just there to pick up a bunch of drunk young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, honey, you want a little taste?
She's 96, Tom.
A little taste. I'll put a little...
Let her have a little taste, for God's sake.
The voice is coming.
I got a case of Replenge in the car.
I actually got a letter someone sent, and it says, Dear Bob and Tom Show, sounds like Doc Whiskey has a new character. Tom Frisky, Frontier Pervert.
Tom Frisky, Frontier Pervert.
Hey, baby, I put something on the jukebox for you.
Oh, no. No, Tom.
I remember this one. We used to do a dance to this. I used to make it look like my knees were crossing. They're not crossed now, if you know what I mean. By the way, I have my own shoes. I've been bowling for 75 years. Yeah, I don't buy this.
So I know somebody's going to email us. So this is the true when Emil Bowl started bowling. You know that this was the honest actual 300.
Sounds like something the government would come up with. When you get a 9, it counts as a strike. What happened to the 10?
You're still on. They pardon the turkey, aren't you?
Every year that pisses me off.
Here we go. We're
so
getting
the government
closer
works. You get to have it both ways. Well, we're not going to kill these 2 turkeys. Yes, you are. You're going to go eat a turkey tomorrow. It's completely.
Well, he's going to pardon one though.
No, it's fraudulent. It's sending the wrong message to kids.
Can we go back and do a story because I got what I want now? Okay, Coach. An anonymous source has said the Los Angeles.
Wait, hang on. I have a question.
Okay.
Speaking of bowling, is this the joke? I was trying to remember this morning, and I couldn't remember it.
What?
I bet I know what it is, Tom.
It's Dr. Tom Whiskey. Now, this is Dr.
right.
Tom Whiskey.
That's right, Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor.
That's right.
I've been listening to Ace Cosby. He's kind of my student.
Well, that explains a lot.
I've been working with him for years. Christy, do you know why sex is better than bowling?
No, why is sex better than bowling, Doc?
The balls are smaller and you don't have to change your shoes.
As often.
That's pretty
As
funny.
often. Even I know you can't leave off as often.
No, I like it that way.
You like it that way?
I like it that way.
Okay, let's try that as often. I'll add that for the...
An anonymous source has claimed the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Tyrod Taylor absent from Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs because a team doctor punctured his lung.
That's still an amazing. Does this happen often?
I've always been a fan of often, but yeah, I think so.
Isn't it often?
What?
I think you say often. You don't say often. You don't say huge either. It's huge.
How do you fix a punctured lung?
Well, you get a tire pump.
And you
shove it
No,
in
you
the
patch it.
How do you fix a punctured
You
lung?
dunk him in water, see where the hole is.
You stick a patch on
I thought you were
there.
doing a joke, Ace.
Dr. Rowe will call and tell us. He's a pulmonologist. He could let us know.
Really? Don't they have those...
Who is he, in a frat?
That
Dr. Rowe?
tire
Rowe?
stuff
Yeah.
looks like it's in
He's a friend.
a Ready Whip can. What's that stuff called?
Oh, Fix-A-Flat.
Fix-A-Flat, yeah.
I got some of that.
Might be slightly toxic, but that hasn't stopped other people from saying we should use it in
They put it in
medicine.
their butt, right? They put the Fix-A-Flat in their butt to round it out.
Where do they put it, Tom?
That would be ridiculous.
Where do they put Fix-A-Flat, Tom?
They put it in their mouth. They want to get to the lungs. I'm not trying to fix his ass. So I'm sorry. So what happened to this guy?
He had a punctured, the team doctor punctured his quarterback's lung. Man, I love that song.
What is the lung recovery time?
6 weeks. 6 to 9 weeks. 69 weeks?
You guys have no idea what you're
9 weeks.
No idea. Well, just no idea.
By the way, did this doctor by chance win a lot of money with his fantasy team?
Here's what I want you to do. Tyrod Taylor's gonna have a punctured lung this weekend. You hear me? Huh? Answer me. Are you like me? Do you watch Madagascar just for the Penguins? I think so.
I
you
love
loved
those
it.
guys.
Then they had their own cartoon. Did you watch that?
69 weeks. 69 weeks! No, 6 to 9 weeks. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, move on. We're ready.
Am I? Okay. I don't know if I had another one. Oh, I do. This is an honest-to-gosh record of a physical achievement.
World record.
It's not the most lip balms. It's not...
What is it?
It's not popping a balloon. A Pakistani martial artist has set the Guinness World Record for most fingertip push-ups while wearing a 60-pound pack.
God. What? How many?
Mr. Irfan, I-R, Hyman, F-A-N.
Still has the hymen, huh?
Irfan, that's right. Irfan Masood earned the title back in June after completing 49 push-ups in 1 minute, breaking the previous record of 44 push-ups.
So
Masood now has 34 Guinness World titles under his belt. Take that, David Rush.
Ooh.
So he's doing them just with his fingertips.
Yeah. That is hard.
That would be.
Well, that was.
I couldn't.
I heard his high school girlfriend is a paraplegic.
Jeez.
Well, there that one. There that one goes.
Well, we got that out of the way. Hey,
a lot of alternative lifestyle people may be reading about this. Strong fingers, Christy.
Yeah, I got it.
Would be my guess.
Gosh, that breakfast sounds so good right now, Christy.
Doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh.
Biscuits and gravy.
Hash browns, yeah.
Irfan Misoud. What is it?
Irfan Misoud.
Misoud?
M-E-H-S-O-O-D.
Misoud, you sued, we all sued.
I hope he's a lawyer. That would be a great billboard. Misoud? Yeah, I'm here to defend you.
My last
You heard about our work.
It is litigation.
Okay. Chick McGee brought something to my attention.
What was that?
Several years back. It was about the great Raycon earbuds.
Wireless earbuds from Raycon, the E25. I searched the world over. I did the legwork, and I found these. They're unbelievable. 6 hours of playtime. More bass, more compact design, a nice noise isolating fit, stylish, discreet, no dangling wires or stems. And, dear Chick, I bought Raycons a while back before hearing it on the Bob and Tom Show with Chick. Chick is not wrong. He says they are the best earbuds. The bass is amazing, the tone is beautiful, and the feel of them in your ears is A-OK. My family complains about how much time I spend on them, though they spend a lot more on their non-cons.
Nice.
Don't buy a pair of you're just wasting your time. Buy the E25 Raycons. Buy them now. Mike Tyson likes them. Snoop likes them. I like them. We're obsessed. Raycon has a 45-day free return policy. You can make sure they're a pair of the wireless earbuds just for you. Try them. And for a limited time, get 15% off your whole order at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. A special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. Seamless Bluetooth pairing. Buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, old friend of the show, comedian Geechee Guy will be joining us. Also, comedian Al Jackson. We're going to hear from Donnie Baker and more, including some interesting stuff from the world of news. And Pat, I think we can come back with your new song. We gave you the challenge. A guy was going into jail, and the cops found something on him, and we're going to find out where they found it and how when we return. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Al Jackson and Geechee Guy coming our way, zooming in, being socially distanced and responsible here on the Bob and Tom Show. So thanks so much for joining us here on a Thursday morning, September 24th. And we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Elton John anticipates January will be a good time to continue saying goodbye. He's announced new dates for his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It'll start in the U.S. January 19th in New Orleans. Elton John says he's been enjoying his time home with family during the pandemic, but does miss performing for fans. 6 acts lead the nominations for the CMT Music Awards. Ashley McBryde, Dan and Shay, Calcia Ballerina, Luke Combs, Sam Hunt, and Thomas Rhett have 3 nominations each. Tanya Tucker gets her first nomination for Bring Me Flowers Now for Video of the Year, one of 14 videos up for that award. The CMT Music Awards will be October 21st. And Dolly Parton finally talking about her tattoos. She does not have the tattoo sleeves people think she has. She tells People magazine because she's so fair, scars tend to look purple on her skin, so she has tattoos of ribbons and bows and butterflies. She says at one point she was very sick and had a feeding tube that left an indent, like an indentation on her side. So she got a tattoo of a bee on a beehive to cover it. And no, she does not have a tattoo of her husband, Carl Dean. She says he's tattooed on her heart. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Bob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I could never figure this out. They're telling me it's a crime for me to forget to fasten my own seatbelt. And yet every other block, we got a fast food drive-through restaurant with some idiot pulling out with a 16-ounce Coke squeezed in between his legs, a Big Mac sandwich in his fingertips, steering with his wrist, an order of fries wedged between this leg and the console, eating, drinking, slurping, steering with the other knee, and that's perfectly okay if this guy buckles up. And until you see a man pour a piping hot cup of coffee in his crotch at 40 miles an hour, you have no idea the maneuverability of an automobile.
Mike, we don't really know much about you.
I think my favorite show right now is The Osbournes. On MTV. I feel that's the greatest. Because I was always a big Ozzy fan, like back in the day or whatever.
Black Sabbath?
Sure, yeah, all the Sabbath albums. But then the show comes out and you see him, and he's, shuffling around and yelling at his kids just like every other dad, well, it's a little different,
Listen, man, Jack, you got to get the trash on the curb by 9 in the morning, man. We'll just sit there, to the next time, the trash people come around. I can't have trash sitting around.
He's yelling about trash, man. I can't deal with this,
He's the Prince of Darkness.
I know, yeah. It's like, it's just like, I spent all day cutting out these coupons, man. I'm not spending $5 on, freaking grape nuts,
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. Their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Greg Hahn is our
720 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Plenty of sunshine today with a high of 78. Clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow. We have clear skies, 56 degrees currently.
I've been teasing you talking about beer, booze, and wings. What I'm talking about is a special event, October 10th. It'll be a Saturday at the Rathskeller, the beautiful outdoor area downtown. The Rathskeller. Details all coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. In the big room, Chick McGee, Ace Cosby. This is Tom. That's Willie G. And the lady of the house is Christy Lee. She's sitting at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yes, sir.
Not here, not present. I think somewhere in North Carolina, bear hunting. Or if the bears are hunting him. It's Josh Arnold. He'll be back coming up on Monday. Right now, the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair is empty.
Yes.
All the more reason to go to I Hate Steven Singer and get somebody a nice bit of jewelry. There's Pat Godwin coming to us via the closed circuit television system that we have. He's in the other building.
Oh my God, he's up on the monitor.
Good to see you, Pat.
Hey, Gail Sayers passed away yesterday.
Sad news. Yes.
And he had one of the best NFL nicknames in the history of the world, the Kansas Comet.
Right.
He went to Kansas and he was fast.
He was real fast.
Kansas Comet.
Okay.
So I thought, hey, let's look at NFL nicknames through history.
All right.
1, 2.
Sure.
Best one, the toe.
Not on here.
Lou the Toe Groza?
Lou the Toe Groza?
Lou the Toe Groza is the stupidest nickname in the history of the world. The toe.
Played longer.
Did he not have a toe? What was his deal?
Yeah, that's what I think of. No toe.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy that didn't have toes?
Curly, a bald guy. Toe. No toe.
No, he had toe. See, they just called him the toe because he was such a good kicker. He was one of the last of the era, the guys that kicked straight on.
Icky Woods.
Oh, great.
Remember Icky Woods?
Yeah.
You know why he
Who's the
had
guy
his name?
that- what?
His first name really is Elbert.
Albert E.L.?
Elbert.
You don't hear that much.
I heard after he retired, he became a big marijuana advocate. They started calling him Sticky Icky Woods.
Sticky Icky.
Nice.
Well, he got icky from his aunt because they were so poor when he was a child that all he had to play with was his own defecant. So, and he would play, and his mom would go,
See, he can
"That's
ruin anything."
icky. That's icky."
No.
God.
No.
Better. Can we get back to the names, please?
Actually, his little brother could not say Elbert, so he just
You scam.
Icky?
Reggie White. This is in the Lou the Toe Grows' place. The Minister of Defense, Reggie White.
Oh, yeah.
I'm aware of that, but it really wasn't a big deal. Jack Tatum, the assassin.
Yeah, well,
Jack Tatum. That's pretty serious.
Don't go into any detail on that one. Yeah.
Edgy. Deion Sanders. Remember his
Neon.
nickname?
Hollywood?
Neon Dion?
He didn't like Neon. Hated Neon. He liked Prime Time.
Prime time.
Right. That's right.
Prime Time. William the Refrigerator Perry.
Sure.
Yes. Walter Sweetness Payton. Huh? Christian the Nigerian Nightmare Okoye. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He was amazing.
Some of these are awfully long.
Well,
yes, but you like nicknames like your nickname would be Tom Griswold. Your nickname would be Grizz. I stand by not liking those kind of nicknames.
Grizz, I got that one a lot.
You just take your last name and shorten it. I don't think that's
But I mean, the Nigerian Minister of
No, it says the
Affairs.
Nigerian Nightmare.
oh, boy.
So did they do that during the play-by-play? And there goes the Nigerian Nightmare.
Sometimes.
To me, a Nigerian nightmare is when I get something asking me to donate to the prince there.
Sure.
Has he gotten the Nigerian prince?
He might have been a
How did he
prince.
get my email anyway?
Broadway Joe Namath.
Of course. That's our class.
Joe, Willie, Namath. I know you're not aware of this one. Tyrod Matthew has a pretty good name. He's playing right now. I think he's playing right now. Honey Badger. I like that.
Oh, the Honey Badger.
Yeah.
Didn't Calvin Johnson go by Megatron?
Calvin was. I think he's on the list. Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Dick Night Train Lane. That's a pretty good one.
I like that one.
That's cool.
That is a very good
That's
one.
a pretty good one. Ed Too Tall Jones. David Deacon Jones. Chad Ochocinco.
Great one. I loved that.
Chad Ochocinco?
Here's Megatron, Willie. Billy White Shoes Johnson. I like that one. Crazy Legs Hirsch, Tom.
That goes way back.
You were out there with your dad watching Crazy Legs Hirsch.
Crazy Legs Hirsch.
Crazy Legs Hirsch.
Elroy Crazy Legs Hirsch caught 343 passes for nearly 6,300 yards in his 9-year career when the ball was actually made from the head of a pig. You try to catch it. That's an amazing stat. Craig Ironhead Hayward, he's good.
There's Johnny Football.
Johnny Football.
Now that one's kind of like a guy named...
Now it's Johnny Nightclub.
Is Booger on there?
Booger is not on here. Booger McFarland did not make the list.
Oh, the Juice. Redacted for obvious reasons.
Go, OJ, go. Thomas Hollywood Henderson, that's a good one.
That was a very good one.
Mean Joe Green.
Sure. Oh, come on.
Mean.
That was a great one. One of the most memorable, I would say.
The Galloping Ghost, Red Grange.
Wasn't that voted the best Super Bowl commercial of all time?
Thanks for the Coke, Mean Joe.
Even better than the famous Apple commercial? By the way, just FYI, sadly, Crazy Legs is gone.
Crazy Legs is gone?
Deceased.
Are we going to talk about all the ones that are passed away?
Sorry.
Iron Mike Ditka, Jerome the Bus Bettis. I never liked the bus either.
I didn't like that
name.
I think the implication was that he could go through the.
And you don't know. I'm pretty sure you don't know about this one, but this is my favorite nickname in NFL history.
Okay.
Chuck Concrete Charlie Bednarik.
That's great.
Of the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's good.
Well,
Concrete Charlie.
I like that Chuck is his first name because Chuck is presumably a nickname.
Yes, exactly.
Concrete Charlie.
Is it Chuck for Charlie?
I believe
Charles?
so. Yeah.
No,
I wouldn't know.
Am I correct in saying that Booger? You were talking about Booger McFarland yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, I guess apropos that the name stuck.
Because Booger's stick.
You know, when he was a baby, his mom kept wiping him on the couch. So I don't know what.
Are we ready for our song, Pat?
To do with anything?
Okay.
Are you done with sports?
That's sports.
Yes.
Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Wait a second.
What?
Could you get the theme over there, please?
Speaking of boogers, and don't forget about this. You remember Hollywood Henderson in his fabulous autobiography? He said he would do lots and lots of cocaine when he was playing with the Cowboys, including during games. As a matter of fact, he would freeze boogers in his nose of cocaine, boogers of cocaine for later, and use those during the game. Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Is that a joke?
Always, no.
Why did you
That's
end
a
on
fact.
that?
Always be a good sport.
Ken, the Snake Stabler, is he on that list?
And not on that list.
It was a crappy
The
list.
snake and the toe, no.
The snake and the toe are not.
Both.
Probably used more than any of the ones you
No, I don't
mentioned.
think. Concrete Charlie.
Concrete
I think his dad worked at a concrete business, or maybe he did. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be a great name for a business. Billboards all over town.
Concrete Charlie's?
Concrete Charlie.
Sure.
Yeah, he had a second job. You know, the NFL players in the 60s, he had a second job as a concrete salesman.
Oh,
good.
There you go.
Now, Christy, the song that we've asked Pat to write a song about.
Swim with the fishes. Charlie.
Christy's implying that they were killing people and putting them in concrete. That's how he got the nickname. Hey, Christy, on behalf of everybody here and listening, thank you.
Quarterbacks aren't the only thing that guy kills.
Yeah, maybe you should stay in your sack, huh?
The challenge for Christy Lee today, from Christy Lee to Pat Godwin. It's a news story from the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk about a search at a jail that resulted in the confiscation of a weapon. Do you have the story, Christy?
Yes, it's from The Smoking Gun. A Louisiana man found guilty of possession of a loaded pistol, which had been found hidden in his buttocks. The weapon found in the man's rear end during a jail strip search in a plea deal. Justin Savoy. That's right. In a plea deal, Justin Savoy, 24, pleaded guilty to a pair of felony counts in connection with his arrest late last year at a residence in Golden Meadows, 40 miles south of New Orleans. He received a 5-year suspended prison sentence.
Well, you know there's a toilet paper shortage when you start wiping with a pistol.
Yeah.
Pistol white.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like that very much.
Pretty fun, yeah.
Nice tag. Thank you, Pat. Pat, you've been challenged to write a song about this, and go ahead.
I'm going to need your instincts to take over at a certain point.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Don't leave me hanging here.
All right.
Where's his gun? The guards want to know. Please don't tell us that it's jammed down below. Where did he hide the gun? Oh, no, not his pants. Where did he put that gun? Bend over, take a glance. If you want to know, it's somewhere down below.
It's in his butt.
That's where it is.
Perfect time.
I think they worked on that together.
No, we did not.
You guys need to be a team.
Isn't that special?
Pat, boy, do you know who you're writing for.
My audience is right there. Right there in
Pat
charge.
Hey, tell you what. Hope the safety was on. Well, that would hurt. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Pat.
I think the hammer either going in or coming out would cause quite the problem.
So what's the smallest size gun you can get? Do you know?
Derringer, right? The old Derringer?
Is that what he had? It had
James Bond had one that was in a pen, so maybe he had one of those.
Oh,
pen
yeah.
I hope he didn't have a 357 Magnum. It might take his ass clean off.
You've really got to want it, though.
Yes.
Apparently they have like a special X-ray chair you sit in or something.
Remember we had that story?
I think they still do the physical search.
Cavity search, yeah.
Oh, Pat, you want to talk about that?
I got one.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
You had a cavity search?
I sure did, yeah.
Did you tip the guy $50 to really rough you up?
I said again, please.
Thank you. May I have another?
I got out of this letter. We were talking about Pat hitting 2 deer within a year. I got this from a guy. He goes, I hit 5 deer in one fall season in a semi. Wow. I think those deer repelling whistles I put on, I must have put them on backwards. It was actually attracting the deer. Thank you, Jim.
This is our second person with 5 deer. What is that?
Did you even notice that you hit a deer in a semi? Would it just bounce off and go in the dish?
Have you ever hit a deer?
No.
Yes, I did.
It's brutal.
Did you?
I was in a larger SUV then and it hit my right front bumper, and he bounced into the woods.
No.
And I thought he was fine. I think he's fine. He bounced into the woods. And it was $5,700 damage.
My gosh.
God.
You ever hit a deer, Christy?
No.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too, because
Because you live in a different state.
every day I live where?
You live in a different state.
Quite a commute is what he said.
Long haul, to get here.
It's not that far, but it is very remote. But
you get off the air, go right to bed, don't you? And then start your commute for tomorrow.
No.
Well, no, first she has to milk the cows and she has to churn the
wait,
butter.
I'm looking for even farther away.
Really?
Yeah.
You want? I know. Isn't on your bucket list? You want to live with? Is it llamas?
Alpacas.
Okay.
I'd like to have alpacas.
Are you going to turn into a crazy mountain lady?
Maybe.
You know what this reminds me of? Remember the day that she came in and said, I'm going to get a chinchilla. And Tom and I were in the break room during the commercials. And, she needs to get a chinchilla.
Well, I can tell you this. There's someone in my life who will not really support the alpaca idea. So
I've got
you're
alpacas
okay.
in the news.
I don't blame
Him.
Them.
Him. You can say him.
I actually have alpacas in the news today.
Oh, good.
First of all, you got to tell me what an alpaca is.
Alpaca is like a smaller
It's a
llama.
type of softer.
They have beautiful
so it's
eyelashes.
like it is like a Shetland sheepdog is to a collie.
Kind of. Yeah, they're
There's
still.
a cashmere goat. There's a.
They make wonderful sweaters.
Here you go.
Dan Marino goat.
A soccer game had to be delayed.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this?
I did see this.
After an alpaca invaded the field,
I thought I gave that to.
play had to be put on hold after the
This
animal.
sounds like sports.
Well,
It is a sports story.
you want to come back with it? I mean, I can print it out for you.
That's all right. You go right ahead.
Genie's out of the bottle now.
The game had to be put on hold between Carleton Athletic and Ilkley Town. Despite the delay, Ilkley went on to win 2-0. I'm glad they threw that fact in there.
I'm going to Ilkley Town. Yeah.
The alpaca is named Oscar,
Oh, see, he's somebody's pet.
and yes, someone named Gavin Shoesmith. Yes, I say.
Yes. You know, Gavin Shoesmith is the mayor.
Where does he live?
He's the mayor of Badgers Drift.
Yes.
Piccadilly Circus.
Somewhere in the UK, apparently. So,
Well, of course it's somewhere. Gavin, come on.
they were. So and there you go. That's all I know about alpacas.
Oh no, my alpaca got lost again.
Oscar. Bad alpaca. Bad alpaca.
He's got a microchip.
We have a listener who has a beautiful alpaca farm
Really?
in Pennsylvania. He and I are good Twitter friends. I've never met the man, and someday I'm going to go visit him on his farm.
Yes.
I
And
buy
never
sweaters
come
from
back.
them and
Oh, go ahead.
scarves and
You need to hook a brother up with that.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I like the wool.
So, how much land do you need to have an alpaca?
I don't know.
I love this joke.
A couple acres? I'm just
sure.
asking.
Probably a nice pasture size, couple acres.
An acre for one animal.
Really? Is that it? I don't know.
That's right.
I'm never going to get one, but it's a dream. I'd like to.
Now, you can have the alpaca and constantly get, you don't have to kill it to get the wool, right?
No, you shear them like sheep.
Sure, yeah.
Well, a true hunter.
I thought we'd highlight that because there's some people that every season you got to buy more alpaca because you just killed it to get their hide.
no.
Have you ever seen a baby alpaca? There's nothing cute.
In this game, it looks like when the alpaca took the thing, they had to stop the game, and the fans were all shouting, "Rudy, Rudy, Rudy." I'm sorry. Back to you, Christy. What else is going on in the news?
Well, let's see. Kraft Heinz is back in the news. They've announced the launch of pumpkin spice mac and cheese. There's a catch, Chip.
Hiss.
You have to sign up onto a waiting list, and only 1,000 people will actually receive the product, and it's only going to be available in Canada. So why the hell are we doing this? You're just teasing
We have
people.
Canadian listeners.
They have a Ruffles potato chip. You know me, I'm a potato chip expert. They have a Ruffles potato chip flavor called All Dressed.
Yep.
And they're only available in Canada until like last year. Then they're here. Try them. They're amazing.
What?
And they're the number one chip in Canada. That's the number
It's
one
like
flavor.
barbecue, salt and vinegar. It's got everything. It's all
It's
of them.
called, they're called, the flavor is All Dressed.
So it's got all the flavors in one chip.
All Dressed Ruffles.
And then another Canadian thing, I guess, is ketchup chips. If you guys have had that before.
What?
No, I haven't heard
Yeah,
of it.
ketchup chips. You bet.
I like dipping just regular chips in ketchup.
I'll do it at like a place that they've got like the fresh cut chips for sure.
Oh, no, I'll do them with Lay's. Just a Lay's or a Ruffle. Yes.
That's wrong.
No, it's not.
It makes sense. It's a fry. It's French fry. It's potato.
Just a potato.
So I'm sorry. So the pumpkin spice mac and cheese not available in the USA.
No.
Well, when we come back, I think, Pat, this may be time for your pumpkin spice song. I
have a couple. I could do Mac the Cheese, too.
Oh, yeah,
good.
I got two songs.
All right.
Do a mashup.
Or you could come back with Bobby Darin. Yeah.
Well, Bobby Darin.
Now, Christy Lee, I know you're doing some work on your house.
Yes.
Rumor has it may be going up for sale soon.
Yeah, you lived there long enough.
Yeah.
What, 18
2
months?
years.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
getting
what you're
old.
doing. I hear things.
Actually, I just put a new deck on the front. I guess it would be the front. Yeah.
Here we go.
Big deck?
Big deck. Huge
Giant,
deck.
big,
All right,
throbbing
let's
deck.
just move
Biggest deck in the city, I heard.
Sorry.
The point of the story is...
But I had to have help.
I know.
There's
and,
no way I could do a deck.
This is
myself.
why I want to talk to those pros out there, because Home Depot has got some new stuff going on there. Pro services to help you get the job done right. So if you're looking for a pro to help you out, just contact the Home Depot.
I went in there, I picked out the railing, and the guy goes, "Yep, we'll order that, and we'll bring it out and install it. No problem."
There you go.
It was
Also,
great.
if you are a pro and you need some need some help there? The Home Depot can help you out, get you all set up. They've got a wide range of delivery options at the Home Depot. Also, they've got a really cool thing that where you can take a picture of something and walk into the store and it'll show you where it is. I don't know how this digital technology has gotten amazing.
Keep pointing at your phone and saying picture, and they will help you because I've done it.
Wow.
Picture.
They've got the most innovative products at Home Depot in more ways for pros to find them in store and online. So if you're a pro and you're heading out to Christy's house to put in the new railing, as she gets ready to put it up for sale, the Home Depot.
My house up for sale. Don't start that rumor.
I heard things. I hear things, I should say.
And we'll have it. Go ahead.
The Home Depot is how doers get more done, and now is the time with winter approaching.
It certainly is.
All right, thank you very much.
Alpaca update coming up.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, and we also have a couple of great new songs coming in. I think, Donnie Baker's coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Thursday night football tonight on the way in the NFL. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. Not such a great matchup, you say? Well, I tend to disagree. We've got Gardner Minshew taking the snaps for Jacksonville and the beard, Ryan Fitzpatrick, going head-to-head. The mustache versus the beard. Who will come out on top? And how many times will we hear the Gardner Minshew song between today, tomorrow, and Monday and Tuesday?
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night, Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat take a 3-1 lead over the Boston Celtics in the bubble. Miami 112, Boston 109. And Tampa Bay up 2-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals, beating Dallas last night 5-2. Interleague winners in Major League Baseball, the Angels, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Oakland. American League, Cleveland, Seattle, Toronto, Boston, and Minnesota. The National League winners, Philly, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and San Francisco. And sad news out of the NFL yesterday. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers has passed away. He made his mark as one of the NFL's best all-purpose running backs and was later celebrated for his friendship with Bears teammate Brian Piccolo. He was nicknamed the Kansas Comet. He was considered among the best open field runners the NFL has ever seen. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
She was just 33. That's too old for me. How old am I? The number I won't share. I'll never tell you my real age. And no, I don't dye my hair.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
The following commercial announcement has been paid for by Curly Johnson Industries.
Have you spent a fortune on expensive hair dyes and rinses trying to regain that youthful appearance you once enjoyed, only to find that the hair on your head no longer matches the unattractive gray hair found in your pubic region? Hey, no one wants to go gray down there. And now you don't have to. Introducing Puberts, the first pubic hair color treatment system. Hi, I'm Chick McGee for Puberts. Puberts. You'll think you've died and gone to heaven.
Honey, I'm running late for work. Have you seen my boxer shorts?
Do I have to do everything? Can't you... Hey, wait a minute. My goodness, Tom. Say, have you lost weight? You look great. Listen, I've got some time to kill. Could you help me remove my big brassiere? I really feel like a massage.
Thanks, Pubert.
Later that same day.
Hey, great racquetball game, Tom. Say, you're looking great. Have you been working out? You know, we're looking for a new vice president of operations. Why don't you stop by my office this afternoon and we'll talk about that promotion?
Thanks, Pubert.
Mother Nature had her way. Now your pubes are going gray. No need to go gray down there. Puberts is for pubic hair. Puberts, Puberts.
My youthful look is back.
Puberts, Puberts.
My pubic hair is black.
It's Puberts. And thanks to our crack research team, Puberts is now available for the ladies. Girls, how many intimate moments have been spoiled when that special someone notices the cuffs just don't match the collar? With Puberts' easy-to-use match-your-patch color system, you'll be coordinated from top to bottom. So snatch a bottle off the shelf today.
Puberts, Puberts.
The guys, they all respond.
Puberts.
My pubic hair is blonde.
That's Puberts. Now you don't have to be afraid of dying. A product of Frigamall Industries, Flatbush, New York.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Got a new football song.
I'm sorry?
Football song. We saw your scores on the SATs.
That's right. 7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That guy. We have Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Oh, sure. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 78, clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow. It's 56 right now.
Thank you very much. Got some great mail coming up, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
Also, I want to remind you, this event coming up. Love the title of this one, Beer, Booze, and Wings. Brought to you by Tway Lifting Products. What does that mean? Well, it means a great night at the Rathskeller, the beautiful beer garden downtown. October 10th is the date. Oh. There was a rumor that it was August 10th. That was started by me. Apparently.
Then we all missed it.
Boy, that AUG looks just like an OCT.
Who didn't know Scooby-Doo was the name of the dog in Scooby-Doo. So
I remembered that after a while.
That's right. I got
the point is, beer, booze, wings. The title says it all. What a great idea. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. In the big room, there's Ace, Chick. I'm Tom. That's Willie G. Christy Lee's right over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk chair. Not here today. It's Josh Arnold. He's looking at flying squirrels and staying incommunicado somewhere in North Carolina right now. But the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair is there in his honor. It's like the riderless horse. We have the boots in the stirrups backwards as it clops along next to the caisson. Pat Godwin's got some songs for us in the next building coming up in a matter of moments.
And
you have a sports update?
We have an alpaca update.
All right.
Now, once again, Christy, an alpaca is like a miniature...
It's a smaller llama, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of alpaca sweaters.
They're very soft, very warm. Lightweight and warm.
Yeah, beautiful.
I don't wear sweaters. So
this is from Tyler, and it's Anytown, USA.
All right.
Say that. Tyler says, I was grilling the other day, and I look up, and there's someone walking an alpaca down the sidewalk in my neighborhood. And there's a beautiful picture of the young lady and her alpaca.
How could you not want one of those?
That's just in suburbia.
It's like the size of a Great Dane. Come on.
Can you house train an alpaca?
That could be.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's quite a mess, yeah.
And imagine there's a lot of straw involved.
Are they related to giraffes?
Yes, yeah, they're a distant cousin of giraffes. That's right.
It's a fair question. They got
Giraffe,
the long neck thing going.
Equinus,
4
giraffes.
legs. I think it's a perfectly valid question. I don't know much about animals.
We know that.
I'm kind of old-fashioned. I have a dog for a pet.
Why wouldn't you want? Can you imagine?
Yes.
By the way, my
absolutely
dog population in my house going up again.
Oh Jesus.
Really?
Do you not have enough trouble over there? You got to add another dog.
He likes to keep things, terrifying.
I know.
10-dog
does. Everybody's on edge.
He likes to walk around in fear. Keeps him sharp.
You know how people name their plate? You should name yours White Knuckle Acres. Why don't you do that? I like that.
The anxiety compound.
Yeah, the anxiety compound.
We got that. Well, certainly looking forward to hearing some music from Mr. Pat Godwin. Can you get that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Donnie.
I'm good. Been busy moving.
Moving?
Whoa. Where are you moving?
I'm squatting on this property called White Knuckle Acres. I'm right there on the back 40. Yeah. Starting my planting this week. I'm kidding. You know what, though? I can't stop thinking about that story, Christy.
What story?
You did about yesterday. About that chick over in the Viet Cong that was washing out all them prophylactic rubbers.
Oh, that was
Vietnam, yes.
It was 300,000 condoms. She was recycling them, selling them at the market.
I believe he was talking to me.
Well, yeah,
I think she's absolutely right.
Picture?
Yeah.
Tom, it looked like 300,000. The picture, all them rubbers piled up in that bin.
Wow.
And I'll say it like this: I'm never eating calamari again. Swear to God. Well, imagine living next door to this woman. You think White Knuckle Acres is bad. You got to look outside and see hundreds of Jimmy hats drying on the clothesline every day. And then you got your kid asking you nonstop about what they are.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bobby. Those are socks for people's pet snakes.
Little wind socks for
back
miniature
inside
airplanes.
and get on CompuServe. I don't know who the woman running this operation is, but she's way more prideful than I would ever be.
Yeah.
'Cause I think we can all agree this lady sure has some spunk. Swear to God.
Buckets. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'd be collecting myself an unemployment check for you ever caught me scrubbing out Pay Lake whitefish.
Wow.
Hell, I don't even like washing out my own rubbers,
Donnie.
People are treating hers, like they're Cool Whip butter containers, like you could just keep scrubbing them out and putting leftover meat in them.
Uh-huh.
The question I have is, how does she get them all back in her original packaging all sealed up good?
I don't know. Good question.
I don't know either.
That has to be way harder than rinsing them out. And is she putting them back in the right wrappers? Like, is she Trojan horsing this by sneaking a generic rubber in a name brand wrapper? So somewhere a dude thinks he's rocking a new Trojan when he's actually in a gently used, washed out Durex.
Yeah, I don't know. And does she have to roll them down like all the way?
Yeah, I got a lot of questions about this.
I do
like,
too.
what happens if I get an inside-out ribbed rubber?
Oh.
Is that for my pleasure now?
Maybe.
The fact remains, those are so tight on me, I'd probably look like my pork sword even had a six-pack. Swear to God. Also, what's happening with all the sperm eggs? You ever think of that, Christy? Is she washing them down the drain or taking them down the sperm bank or wet market? I mean, think about it. She be making money coming and going. Swear to God. Why ain't this lady on Shark Tank? Talking about all this reminds me I need to check the expiration date on my rubbers.
Do you?
Expiration?
I swear to God, free tip from Donnie Baker. If you do have a rubber runs past its due date, just cut the tip off of it. Bring it back.
Okay.
It looks like one of them neck gaiters, chick. And the best part is, once you get your pump count above 50, it rolls itself back down around the base.
I didn't know that.
My point is, why put a ring on her when you can put a ring in her? Swear to God.
Write that down.
That's a T-shirt.
I had not seen the photograph.
Yeah, it's a huge bin of, you don't want to see that.
It does make you want to not eat calamari.
Oh, yeah.
It's this story, it's so vague. It just says the woman will only admit, quote, somebody delivered thousands of used condoms to her.
Yeah. Well, maybe she doesn't want to rat anyone out,
It says she has to clean, dry, and sort the condoms.
Yep.
I mean, Donnie kind of hit it in the head. I mean, is her next door neighbors looking at a clothesline?
I don't know, but man, she's a hard-working woman. That's all I got to say.
Can you imagine?
No. Talk about a good work ethic. Come on.
But wait a minute, isn't this a terrible thing to be doing?
In a lot of ways, yes.
It is
but in
a
a lot
terrible
of ways,
thing, but in another way, she's an entrepreneur.
Maybe something's better than nothing. Maybe instead of not getting condoms at all, maybe.
And maybe getting no money. Now
Sure.
she's making a living.
she's a hardworking recycler, is what she is.
She could be a millionaire many times over doing
Yeah,
this.
sure.
Okay.
And everyone calls her grandma.
Going over to grandma's.
rubbers.
Yeah. Lots of little babies running around.
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to recycle condoms.
Of course not, Tom. No.
Okay, well, and good luck to her. We'll move on now. Pat?
Yeah.
We can squeeze in one of your tributes. We had an odd
Well,
story.
don't put it like that. You're making it sound like an afterthought.
No, I
jam this in and get it over
shoehorn
with.
this thing.
No. The shorter of the two, I think, would
Kraft announced the launch of pumpkin spice mac and cheese, but you're going to have to sign up on a waiting list. Only 1,000 people will actually receive the product, and it's going to only be available in Canada.
This is
for
like,
Canadian listeners, this is a great story.
One of the shoe companies releases a brand of shoe that's hard to come by. You get on a waiting list, and then they email you and say, "You got it. You're a winner."
Okay. Now, Pat, who is this now?
Bobby Darin.
He's not Pat. He's Bobby Darin.
I'm Bobby Darin right now.
Oh, the Mac babe with the cheese, dear, now has pumpkin spice, tastes great. And when I smoke that wacky tobacco, oh, that Mackie, I salivate. And now there's Cheetos in that mac and cheese, babe. Flaming hot and bold and cheesy. Whoa, and jalapeno. I am fat now, but I am happy. Now that mac and cheese is back in town. Oh, look out, old mac and cheese is back with pumpkin spice.
Yes.
From Kraft, right?
Yes, from Kraft Heinz.
And who's the ones that just released the breakfast mac and cheese?
Kraft.
Is that also
It's the same Kraft.
No,
yeah.
it was mac and but it was the dispenser was the big.
Oh, that was a Stouffer's mac and cheese dispenser. That's a different thing.
Kraft had one that's designed for breakfast.
No, it's just the regular mac and cheese. They just renamed it and said it's good for breakfast.
Yeah, but they did more than just change the box.
No, they didn't.
No, they had a bunch of guys in New York City at a big long table going, "Why don't we call it breakfast?" They're dumb enough to now eat it. That's how this stuff works.
I don't want any trouble with Kraft. I like their products. Okay,
I'm just saying, everyone's trying to make everything breakfast. Why am I arguing? I think this is great.
By the way, this new pumpkin spice mac, it's only available in Canada, but a Canadian trucker, Robert, has offered to send us ketchup chips and the all-flavored chips. So, Robert, if you're listening, please also send us the mac and cheese pumpkins. We're putting you to work, Robert. is what we're
Bobby,
doing.
you're my man.
I don't think I'd eat mac and cheese pumpkin spice.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
I'd try anything once.
I have those all-dressed chips. Man, they're good.
It might be good. We never know.
I know Chick
We'll hope to
won't.
find out. Coming up in the news, Christy, give me the teaser.
Well, coming up, we have another crocodile in the news and another river. And we have, would you rather give up your phone or sex?
I saw this, and there's a dog angle too, right? I think something
Yes,
like that.
there is a dog angle too, and also we have.
And the crocodile story is coming up after a while.
News from the crocodile. After.
So we'll see you
Also,
later.
Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon's sandwich is in the news.
Do you know who Richard Nixon is, Willie?
Richard Nixon? Sure. He was.
You'll find out about it in a matter of moments. It's an exciting story about a sandwich.
Treasury Secretary?
Richard Nixon took a bite out of
World War II.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Coming up after the Bob and Tom show, it's Bob and Tom's Work Farce. We call it the laughter after the Bob and Tom show. Ace Cosby, your host. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing, why is that guy so happy? Or that gal. That's right. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Josh on vacation. That's right. We'll look forward to hearing back from Josh and about all his fun and frivolity with the Bears in North Carolina coming up on Monday.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was remembered yesterday at the court in front of grieving family, colleagues, and friends as a prophet for justice who persevered against long odds to become an American icon. Meanwhile, crowds grew outside waiting for a chance to pay their respects. In the court's Great Hall, the 8 justices were masked along with everyone else because of corona. They were gathering for the first time in more than 6 months for the ceremony to mark Ginsburg's death from cancer last week at the age of 87. Smoke from the West Coast wildfires has tainted grapes in some of the nation's most celebrated wine regions. The resulting ashy flavor could spell disaster for the 2020 vintage. The smoke from this year's blazes has been especially bad, thick enough to obscure vineyards drooping with clusters of grapes almost ready for harvest. Growers are trying to assess the extent of the smoke damage in California, Oregon, and Washington. And Sister Stephanie Baliga has run the Chicago Marathon for the past 9 consecutive years. When the race was canceled this year because of the coronavirus pandemic, she decided to run a treadmill marathon in her convent's basement to raise money for the mission of Our Lady of the Angels Food Pantry in Chicago. In the end, she finished her quote-unquote race with a time of 3 hours, 33 minutes, which was submitted to Guinness World Records. So far, she's raised more than $130,000 for her mission. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Wasn't there a line of women's underwear that looked like men's briefs? Wasn't that a thing for a
They're
while?
called boy shorts. There still are, yeah.
Well, women can wear men's stuff way more easily than men can wear women. It's more acceptable, I think.
Don't you find it sexy when a woman is wearing like a man's shirt?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Pat.
Came out weird.
Pat, it's Sunday morning and the woman comes out of your apartment wearing one of my shirts.
Yep. Okay, you got it.
Wow. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, Monsieur Le Kiki is a very fine cat with a small little head and a little party hat, and he sits very quietly upon the TV set. Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat. Oh, he ate a robin, he ate a wren, and he ate a tufted titmouse and then a wren again. He is stuffed with feathers like he was then, oh, Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat. Long before there was cable TV, the reception of the aerial was bad on Channel 3, unless the cat coincidentally sat upon the television. Oh, the years went by, and his soul it did depart, but now he is a knick-knack through the taxidermist's art. With a tinfoil flag on his tail eternally. The reception is exceptional upon Channel 3. 'Cause Monsieur Le Kiki is a very fine cat with a small little head and a little party hat, and he sits very quietly upon the TV set. Oh, Monsieur Le Kiki Le Cat.
That was deep, man. Morning laughter. Just
8:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Look for sunshine again today, high 78. Clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow. Love this weather. Gosh, 56 right now.
We got some football coming up, which means you can have a little fun out there, Chick McGee.
FanDuel, is it here in Indiana? You bet it is. Legal, and FanDuel Sportsbook, an official partner of the Indianapolis Colts. FanDuel Sportsbook lets you bet on all the action in the NFL this season. You can even place your first bet risk-free and get up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app's safe and secure. They'll pay you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. To start betting, just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code WFPQ so they know we sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code WFPQ. Must be 21 or older and present in Indiana. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. That's FanDuel.
All right, FanDuel. By the way, I've been talking about this coming up. It's the Beer, Booze, and Wings event, and it's happening again. October 10th, Rathskeller. It's a Saturday. We'll give you some more details on that, but it's around the corner. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Great to be here on this, the 24th of September, 2020. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day, of course. Chicken wing. We have Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk.
Yep.
Absent today, once again, it's Josh Arnold. He's normally at his post.
He's got
the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
He's got a lot to deal with when he comes back.
What do you mean?
Configuration's all different. When he left, Willie and Chrissy were in other rooms, and his nice chair's gone, and
Chippy's here. Over.
And I've got a pet parrot. All sorts of things happen.
Yeah, how's Chirpy today?
He's fine. Yeah, he's all right.
Hi, Chippy. Did we get
Chirpy, Chippy, whatever his name is.
It's Chippy. Don't make him mad.
Chirpy, Chippy, whatever.
Oh, God, look what you did, Christy. Calling him Chirpy. I'll call you Kirsty. How about that?
Oh, I've been called worse, Willie.
Let's see. Now, where were we?
That's a great question.
There's Willie G and there's Patty G over there. And at the sports desk, Chick McGee.
Earlier in the NFL this morning, we had an anonymous source claims the Los Angeles Chargers quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, absent from Sunday's game because he couldn't play against the Chiefs. The team doctor had punctured his lung accidentally while trying to give him a pain injection, a shot for a problem with a rib. Oops.
How long will it be out?
And I don't know. And he...
Do they have to blow it back up?
Well, they get a tire pump and they make a bigger hole.
Yeah.
And then they say hold still a lot.
Yeah, and then they just kind of patch it like drywall.
Yep. Okay.
Same thing.
Okay, good to know. Now, what's the guy's name?
Tyrod Taylor.
Can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, good morning. I heard you talking about me, so I wanted to call in. I'm the doctor for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, hi, Doc.
Who accidentally punctured the lung of our starting quarterback.
Oh, so you admit that you did this.
Frankly, I don't like your implication that I was incompetent. I'll have you know I'm an excellent physician, and the safety and well-being of my players is a primary concern.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, hold on just for a second. What you've got there, Mike, is a serious ankle sprain. Now, it's only going to heal if you put lots of weight on it, okay? Now, try running up and down the stairs. There you go, up and down. Okay, good, thank you. What was I saying?
You were saying that you're a competent physician.
Oh, yes, each of these players is like a son to me. I would never do anything to endanger them. The only way for a team to succeed is for all of us to be working toward a common goal. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Just a second, I have another... Hold on. Look, Larry, I've looked at your chart. I think your lack of energy stems from dangerously low levels of selenium and copper. Now, try swallowing. Here, take these. A couple rolls of pennies twice a day.
Okay. How many athletes are in there?
We have a coin shortage.
Also, I want you to know that this is a top-of-the-line medical facility with cutting-edge technology at our
I would assume.
We take full advantage of all the tools. Hold on just a second. Excuse me. Nurse, it's been an hour. You can go ahead, remove the leeches from the running back in room 2.
Oh.
Okay? Now, look, I know that you have a job to do, just like me. We're all trying to be professionals here, am I right?
Right.
So, I'm not going to demand an apology for your rather childish remarks about me puncturing Tyrod's lung with a needle. It could have happened to anyone.
Sure.
Well, yes, I was aiming for his buttocks, but I was also riding my hoverboard at the time, and I was as drunk as a monkey, and that's pretty impressive if you ask me. It's not like I poked his eye out or anything. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Nurse, tell the linebacker in room 3 that his headaches are caused by weak eyes. He needs to strengthen them by staring at the sun for up to an hour.
Yeah.
So now that we understand each other better, I'm sure, I've heard the last of the wisecracks from your little show about my medical expertise, right?
Mm-hmm, yes.
If you'll excuse me, I have to dispose of some of these antiquated thermometers by cracking them open and drinking the delicious mercury inside. Nurse, hand me those thermometers, would you please? I gotta go. Bye.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. By the way, remember the story we had about the dentist in Alaska who made a video of himself working on a patient while riding a hoverboard?
Yeah, he got in trouble.
He's was sentenced to 12 years in jail.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Well, because this guy also was apparently involved in what is termed here Medicaid fraud.
Yeah. He was not a cool person at all.
So the hoverboard was the least of his problems.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was just a few days ago. So you may recall he thought it was real funny that I guess the patient was out and he was, so there you go.
Yeah.
Some, if you're curious about that idiot. I'm sorry. Back to Christy Lee over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Christy.
A man in Illinois has kept a sandwich that Richard Nixon took a few bites out of 60 years ago.
Whoa.
Nixon visited Sullivan, Illinois, September 22nd, 1960, to attend a cookout and make a campaign speech. He left a buffalo barbecue sandwich on his plate that Steve Jenny, who was a 14-year-old Boy Scout at the time, decided to take home, put in a jar, and put it in his mom's freezer, where it has stayed ever since. The odd memorabilia even earned Jenny an appearance on The Tonight Show back in 1988.
I watched part of that this morning.
When Johnny Carson took a bite out of a sandwich for Jenny's collection. Jenny said, as long as I'm living, that sandwich will be stored in my freezer in a container that is labeled Save, Don't Throw Away. In commemoration of the 60th anniversary of Nixon visiting Sullivan, Jenny also wrote a book entitled The Sandwich That Changed My Life.
How much free time do you have to say to yourself, I'll tell you, I'm going to spend a few hours sitting on the couch reading about a guy that has a sandwich Nixon bit into?
Well, he's got one from Johnny Carson now, too.
But Nixon didn't finish the sandwich.
Yeah?
He didn't?
No, he resigned halfway through the sandwich. Willie, didn't you have a comment about this?
No, well, it was a joke in passing, and now it just, what was it? I am not a sub. I forget what it was.
Oh,
now.
I am not a sub.
Yeah, I am not a sub. It was in context. Yeah, it was okay.
You know the famous Richard Nixon story.
He went to China.
No.
Watergate.
Famously,
that was a big one.
He was famously eating a restaurant. Everyone knows this. You know this one.
Everyone knows this, Jay.
Yeah, he was famously eating lunch.
Here we go.
At this fancy, whatever, Washington, D.C. place where all the senators and congressmen spend all their money. And he started complaining about the food. And the chef was really upset. He was, hey, look, if you think you can do better, you come prepare the meal. And Nixon said, I am not a cook.
There we go. I mean,
you set us up.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's pretty damn good there.
I was expecting him to say he was eating in a restaurant in DeLand, Florida as part of that
actual story.
I am not a cook.
No, this happened in 1960.
Right.
They deserve to know if I'm a cook or not, and I could tell them.
So that's the election Nixon lost.
To John Kennedy, yeah.
I wonder, and this is like asking one of those fantasy sports questions. If you had, if Muhammad Ali took on Joe Louis, what would be worth more, a sandwich that JFK had taken a bite out of?
Oh yeah,
of course. You think so?
Oh yeah,
sure,
no question asked.
Yeah.
Okay, like a half-eaten Kennedy sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you've got the Kennedy half.
I could say something right now.
I'm thinking something that I'm going to keep to myself.
Well, let's put it this.
Is Marilyn Monroe in this?
That was
It's not
Jackie,
made with. It's not made with a whole head of lettuce. I can tell you that.
I'll tell you the most valuable one of these would be if they had a President Taft sandwich.
Oh, that because they don't exist.
He never left half a sandwich.
Right.
Like a big giant hot dog.
A big fella. Where's Josh when we need him?
I see him eating a hot dog.
If you're going to get
Billy Taft.
a Taft sandwich, you're going to need more jar.
Yes.
I bet Dean would know the first president to eat a hot dog. That would be
That's crazy.
Wow, what goes on in his head?
What a weird.
I bet Dean would know.
Dean knows everything about presidents.
Yeah, but there's no.
bet Dean doesn't know that.
When did they invent the hot dog? Let's
I don't
start
know.
there.
Garfield was the answer.
Garfield?
James Abram Garfield.
Invented the hot dog?
No, but
I have no idea.
oh, come on! I was trying to make it look like you knew. When was the first hot dog?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I'll have that answer when we come back.
Mid 1800s is what I'm going to say.
1860. Around 1870, a German immigrant by the name of Charles
Frankfurt.
Charles Feltman opened the first hot dog stand on Coney Island.
Oh.
He sold over 3,600 Frankfurters.
So it's possible that Lincoln had a hot dog?
It's possible Lincoln had the first hot dog.
Not the first, but I mean, he would have been the first.
Well, one of the first.
Well, he started in a food cart in the 1860s. So did Lincoln visit New York City much?
I don't know. I'm not aware of
Do you
his
see what
travel
you've led us
schedule.
to? Do you see what you've led us to? We're just.
I've seen his
No,
travel
this
plans.
started with some guy that wrote a book about the fact that he's got a frozen sandwich from Richard Nixon from 1960, but he wrote a book. That maybe it's a great book. Who knows? Maybe the guy's a deep thinker.
Poor
I kind
Google.
of doubt it.
First president to eat a hot
I'm looking that up too.
All kind of stuff.
They have Dwight D. Eisenhower eating one in 1960, but it has to be before
But the
that.
Kennedy sandwich, I think it was open.
Well, remember in that scene in the movie with Bill Murray?
That's horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
She didn't hear it.
Didn't
Thank God.
Franklin Roosevelt
FDR.
serve hot dogs to the King of England or something?
FDR served
Remember
hot dogs
that?
to a king.
There's a TV movie.
He wasn't
Yeah,
president,
it was
but
in
J.
a
Edgar
movie.
Hoover loved hot dogs.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
In one bite. He'd take the whole thing.
Let's move on.
Take it all.
Okay, we'll explore this and more coming up. And we have a really interesting story. Pregnant ladies, pay attention, because those hormones apparently make you a badass. Because we got a pregnant woman saving her husband after a huge shark attack coming up. Right now, I want to remind you, if you've got a small business out there, you know what you need, right? And if you need good people, they can be hard to find. But right now, a lot of people are looking. Things are changing so rapidly in contemporary culture with whatever's going on that perhaps your business ready to make that move, make that next hire. That's where LinkedIn comes in. I did not know this. LinkedIn has an active community of professionals. I knew that. But did you know that they have 690 million members worldwide? Serious business indeed. LinkedIn Jobs is a program that screens candidates that have various hard skills, soft skills, perhaps the skills you're looking for, that skill set that you need. Well, LinkedIn can put your job post in front of those who have those skills. It's pretty much that simple. That's how LinkedIn works. LinkedIn Jobs is the way to go. They can help you hire the right person and hire them faster. So when your business is ready to make that next hire, find the right person with LinkedIn Jobs. You can pay what you want and get the first $50 off. Just visit LinkedIn.com/Tom. That'll tell them you heard about it on the Bob and Tom Show. They appreciate it, and so do we. That's LinkedIn.com/Tom. Get $50 off your first job post and find somebody with the skill set that you need to help you move forward in these odd times. Terms and conditions apply. All the details are at LinkedIn.com/Tom. Coming up, we have another song from Pat Godwin. I'm very excited about this. And Shark Attack, Crocodile Attack. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Just in case you missed today's show or you'd like to hear it again, we do have an afternoon replay for you. Coming up at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Christopher steps in to host Bob and Tom's all-day replay. We'll replay today's show back-to-back and then again back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. It's Bob and Tom's all-day replay. Again, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Elton John anticipates January will be a good time to continue saying goodbye. He's announced new dates for his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It'll start in the U.S. January 19th in New Orleans. Elton John says he's been enjoying his time home with family during the pandemic, but does miss performing for fans. 6 acts lead the nominations for the CMT Music Awards. Ashley McBryde, Dan and Shay, Calcia Ballerina, Luke Combs, Sam Hunt, and Thomas Rhett have 3 nominations each. Tanya Tucker gets her first nomination for Bring Me Flowers Now for Video of the Year, one of 14 videos up for that award. The CMT Music Awards will be October 21st. And Dolly Parton finally talking about her tattoos. She does not have the tattoo sleeves people think she has. She tells People magazine because she's so fair, scars tend to look purple on her skin, so she has tattoos of ribbons and bows and butterflies. She says at one point she was very sick and had a feeding tube that left an indent, like an indentation on her side. So she got a tattoo of a bee on a beehive to cover it. And no, she does not have a tattoo of her husband, Carl Dean. She says he's tattooed on her heart. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're talking to comedian Mark Sweeney. Mark is kind of a man's. You're kind of a man's man.
I'm a man's man.
You were a Marine. Now you live in a condo by yourself. With
What's a typical date like for Mark Sweeney?
I don't know.
Rotting in the refrigerator.
Usually end with, "That's him, officer."
I thought it was a fire extinguisher. It's bear spray.
No, seriously, has it been a while since you've called a woman and said, "Would you like to go to dinner?" Or
yeah. Yeah, it has been.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually just picking up chicks at shows or what?
No, I don't. Like I said, it's just, I've been on a dry spell.
Really? Not even dorking a waitress or anything like that?
Oh, no, I've never done that.
Do you have any delicacy at all?
I've never. That's one thing I learned early on.
Dorking a waitress.
Is never mess with the staff. Because they're always going to go back.
I don't see you adhering to that rule all that much. But
well, I did. Because, because it's awkward, and then you go back, and if you don't want to hook up again, she's there, you're there, there's just this awkward tension.
Next thing you know, there's a drink being thrown on stage.
Yeah, exactly. Or, she tells, "Hey, Sweeney brought me back to the condo. Not only did he do me without a condom, he emptied my wallet." "All right, Mark, well, thanks for coming by. We're no longer booking you in our room."
Wow, that was almost...
Hey, Captain Maturity,
want to meet your daughter?
Too
real.
Yeah,
almost surreal.
Yeah, that's another one. "How, you want to meet your son?" Wait a minute.
Oh, what? What?
I'm not even...
I told you to give me the light.
If you'd ever made friends
I
with a
clearly said, give me the light before you know who gets you nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He is Ryan Stout,
Hello,
very
Ryan.
handsome young man. Ryan, you're a clean cut looking young guy.
I'm not clean cut, but no profanities for me. I mean, I'm just, I would use it if I thought it was shocking, but I don't think it's shocking anymore, because the profanity, it's everywhere now. It's everywhere.
22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine and 78, clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow. We're still holding at sunshine and 56 degrees.
No, I've been telling you about it, and I keep getting the details backwards. I'll try to get it right this time.
Oh, this is big August thing, right?
No,
Yeah.
October 10th.
It's wings, booze, and beer. Oh, wait a minute. It's beer, booze, and wings. I can get this right. October 10th, Rathskeller downtown. Probably the coolest place for anything. And be outside in some fresh air. Once again, featuring beer, booze, and wings. Details on the Q95 website. We'll be talking about it from here on out. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Coming up momentarily, the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Oh, yeah.
But first, the introductions. Chick McGee across the way at the sports desk.
How about you?
This is Tom speaking. You'll have to introduce your parrot to Al Jackson in just a second.
I'll do it.
We have Willie Griswold is right next to me.
Hey.
Good to see you, Willie. And then, did I mention Ace? Okay, then there's Christy, Josh. Oh, Josh is not here. The IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair empty today. On the big screen, Pat Godwin, and on the big screen, Al Jackson, comedian and one of the principals
Man About Town
of the Daily Blast.
Oh.
And Al, looking good today. Got the gigantic microphone in front of your head.
You got the V?
I'm taking it back to, I want the old school silver one, the one from the 50s. Can you guys find out where you get those?
You Google Elvis Presley microphone.
I think Jess Alsman on our staff has one that looks like that she uses for at-home broadcasts.
It looks like you're doing a late night jazz show, baby.
Oh,
lights coming up in your face.
I need that Ace voice to pull that off, though. I don't have a voice like that. I have a voice like an insurance claims person that tells you you're not getting your money.
Press 9.
You know, have you ever heard, Al, have you ever heard, Ace is a man of few words. As a matter of fact, typically, and there you go. For example, there's one of them.
Could be fewer.
That could be one of the.
I mean, it's amazing. Yeah,
One
baby.
of a handful that we'll get today.
Stupid bet.
Now, Chick made a bet with Ace regarding his Ace's favorite team is the Raiders, now the Las Vegas Raiders.
This will be interesting. How much?
Yes,
Tom
they cost me some money this weekend.
Yeah,
Continue.
how much Tom remembers? Go ahead.
No, I'm with you, Chick. I would have made the same bet, but now the bet.
Who did they play?
Who? The Raiders? They played the opposing team.
Saints. The New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Saints, the great Drew
Exactly
Brees.
as I thought.
Thank you very much.
Raiders got 7, and they end up winning by 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bet was that Chick had to be nice to Ace
for a week.
So and he's faltering. He's not really doing all that well.
I'm winded.
And this is particularly with the Ace Cosby joke of the day. So Al, you're going to be witness to this, ladies and gentlemen. It is time now for Al. These aren't really jokes. I call this the op-ed page of contemporary culture with Ace Cosby.
Well, I watch a lot of TV.
Oh man, does he? A lot of TV.
I've been watching this show about twins. Obviously, they look alike. They dress alike. They have similar interests. If one hurts, the other hurts. And I learned in the last episode I saw what twins' favorite fruit is.
Oh,
what?
Pears.
Pears is his favorite fruit. All
Kill
right.
me.
Okay.
Tom, that brings up something I've been wanting to discuss with the audience for a long time. I feel like pears are the most overrated fruit. And it's not even close.
Are you?
I agree.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one.
Pears are in the same category. They're given the same billing as apples and oranges, and no one ever eats pears.
I love pears.
We're eating pears.
Nope.
No one eats pears.
Pears have no taste.
You guys are
None.
wrong.
0.
Here's the thing I'll say. I think a pear is a lot like improv comedy.
Oh.
When it's good, it's great. But when it's bad, it's terrible.
Well, that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying?
They have to be. The ripeness has to be perfect.
You've got to be right in that little window.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm with you, Al.
Christy, when was the last time you had a pear?
Pear makes a nice scent. I think a scent.
Been a while.
Put a nice pear scent.
Is someone going to do?
I have pear soap at home, actually.
Someone going to do a sexist joke about pears?
Nice pear.
Yeah. Okay. No, never mind. We'll move forward.
We didn't do that.
Top heavy.
I enjoy a pear occasionally. It's not something I think about. I don't buy them a lot.
Peaches. Now you got something. Peaches, apples,
Little
oranges.
cobbler action?
Yeah.
But peaches are the same way.
I would take peaches over pears, and I don't even like peaches. But in terms of I've seen human beings out in the wild eating peaches. I see them being eaten at picnics. I see them being eaten at lunch. I've never seen a human being just reach in their lunch bag and get a pear out.
Hey, look,
But
they're
pear-
seasonal.
Al, look, Al, it's all love. Don't pop off on me.
God.
There you go.
See what I did there?
You've created a monster, Al.
See, Al's been helping me with my hipper
Thanks a
language,
lot.
and it's helping. How are things temperature-wise? You're in Denver this morning?
Yeah, it's the fall, winter is just slowly creeping. You got to run out to the car like 7 o'clock at night. And you're like, oh, I might need a jacket. Like it's that kind of weather. Like it's not cold yet, but you're like it's crisp.
Now, do you have a winter coat set for the season already? You're gonna have to go get a new one, or?
Well, it's this weird thing because we're all on this whatever lockdown we're on. So I don't go out as much, and I live very close to work.
Do you walk?
But I do want a nice, crazy, thick winter jacket just because I'm from Cleveland, and that's how I feel comfortable.
You get a ski jacket?
No, I want to get one of those Canada Goose jackets.
Goose down, yeah.
Last forever.
Okay, that'd be a good look
With
for
something, a goose neck you can wrap around your neck. I'd like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
faux fur collar so I'm not attacked.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, anything exciting happening on the Daily Blast these days?
We just entered season 4 last Monday. Who would have thought? We're only, I think, 23 seasons behind you guys, but really exciting stuff. Getting started for season 4, and unfortunately, there's never a shortage of stuff to talk about. So we're doing great, man.
Okay, good. Now, we've had a couple interesting stories today. Fascinating story. A guy actually has written a book called The Sandwich That Changed My Life. And believe it or not, this guy is from Sullivan, Illinois. And 60 years ago, on Tuesday, I guess it was.
Hold on to yourself, Al.
Yeah.
This guy was a Boy Scout, and he was, I think, part of the color guard or something. And as it happened, Richard Nixon was running for president at the time, and he came through this town, and he took a couple bites out of what's described here as a buffalo barbecue sandwich, left it on the plate, and this guy, Steve Jenny, who was 14 years old and a Boy Scout, took it home, put it in a jar, and has kept it ever since. So he has a half-eaten Richard Nixon frozen sandwich that he still has. By the way, he was in the Tonight Show with Johnny in 1988, showing off the sandwich, and Johnny also gave him a sandwich. So,
Tom, are you going to be covering the story when the police find the bodies that are definitely in the psychopath's house?
Yeah, I think sandwich just the tip of the iceberg.
There's the real book. Missing nursing students.
I've also got Dorothy Stratton's hairnet, and
I've got the cigar that Bill Clinton didn't finish.
There we go.
They say he smoked it, right?
That's what I heard just recently. I didn't know that until like a few weeks ago when we were talking about it.
Yeah, I heard he smoked, but he didn't inhale.
Bill Clinton and the cigar, 2020.
Okay, sorry. Well, now, Al, it's time to educate me in the language of the street. Do you have any good ones for me today?
Well, Tom, I'm here to earn my paycheck by giving you some incredibly great words.
Oh, yeah.
And since I don't get paid, this is going to be a real great lesson for you. Tom, what does the word frosty mean?
Frosty?
Frosty. Contextually, I'm assuming.
A delicious treat.
Yeah. So you would say, wow, I don't know what was happening this morning. Christy was a bit frosty.
Oh, really?
Does it mean in a bad mood?
Cold, distant?
Cold toward me?
Ice Queen.
That's a great, that's a really good guess. But I'm gonna say no, not in this situation. Give me another situation.
Kind of too literal.
Mad frosty.
Oh, something's really cool. It's frosty.
Oh, so you'd say, I went to the show last night. Man, that guy's mad frosty. No? I'm getting a gigantic no. I thought that was a good one, Chick.
I thought it was too. That makes sense to me.
That's a great guess. I want to see, does Willie have a guess?
Frosty, it makes me think of frosted tips. It makes me think it's like overdressed maybe, if that makes any sense.
That's a good guess. See, I'm thinking now, Tom, we have to go backwards and kind of know another definition to understand frosty. Now, Tom, what does it mean when you have a lot of diamonds on?
Oh, you're blinged out.
You're wearing ice.
Out.
Yeah, iced out.
Iced out.
You look
that
frosty.
What?
Yeah, I don't wear jewelry. Al.
real man only wears a watch or a wedding ring. That's it.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
No, it's just not my thing. Does this apply to ladies as well, though? So that you could say, oh, his date was really frosty?
Yes, but usually it's men wearing a lot of diamonds and whatever the earrings, necklace, wrist. Tom, use it in a sentence.
Well, I went to an outing the other day. It was rather interesting. There was one douchebag that was completely frosty. Wow.
Is that right, Al?
Yes. Yes. I will accept it, and we will move on.
Couldn't stop talking about his car. So he's a show off, a guy that wants you to know he's got some cash, or at least can borrow a lot.
Oh, yes, definitely. He can borrow, but he's letting you know, like, listen, I have so much ice on. I'm cold. I'm frosty.
Ooh, yeah.
Frosty.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I see. Okay, lots of ice.
What does cooking in the lab mean?
Oh God, I know this one.
Cooking in the lab. You're making meth?
I know.
He already said. He already said he was in the lab. Remember? I think he gave you the lab, right?
Yeah. Oh, what is this? It's not a drug reference.
No.
And is it? Is it for laboratory? Not Labrador Retriever. I'm hoping.
It's not Labrador Retriever, but it should be.
Or Labradoodle.
Yeah. I'm cooking in the lab. Does it mean that?
Yeah, I can't hang out tonight. Me and Chick are in the lab cooking late.
Cooking late in the lab.
Oh, you're working.
It's more than that.
On what?
I know. This must be something sexual, I'm assuming.
No.
Yes, that's what Al and I were doing. Yes.
No, not with each other. I just meant some kind of.
Yes, it was an
some kind of potion.
We're very open on the show.
I'm going to say something creative, like music or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at Chick with the big brain.
That's what the lab was, right?
It's in track studio. Yeah.
Okay, so Godwin calls me and he goes, "Hey, we got to do a song for tomorrow." And I say, "We just hear the news story about the guy that hid the gun in his keister." And that's cooking in the lab when we come up with what we come up with, right?
That's right.
I like that. Cooking in the lab. Very nice.
That was an interesting example, but yes, sir.
Well, that's the most recent one I can think of.
Tom, what is a collabo?
A collabo?
Collabo.
Oh, locally is the best sportscaster in town, Dave Collabo. But let's see.
Check local listings.
Sorry, that was a collabo. I assume it's a collaboration. So you'd be cooking in the lab with your collabo. No?
Honestly, not only is that the perfect answer, you went back and used it perfectly with the last phrase I gave you, Tom. That needs to be, I don't know if we have a double ding or some kind of sound effect, but that was awesome, and you needed to get some love for that.
Well, thank you. During the thing, I grew a pair. Referencing.
Once again, something Al's given you. Thanks again, Al. Have I thanked you, Al?
Al didn't. It's a different kind of a pair that Al was referencing earlier. This is very exciting. What a great episode. Now, Al, very well. Al, do you ever get yourself all frosted up? I don't see you.
I don't.
Do you wear an earring?
Oh, frosty.
Never had an earring. I think I'm like Chick in that, like when he said that guys only wear a wedding ring or a watch. I'm kind of like my dad. I just never wore any kind of jewelry. I'm not against it. I think some guys can pull off that bracelet thing, like a nice bracelet, but I don't know. I never put that on.
Yeah, me neither. There are definitely guys that can pull it off. And Willie and I were talking about this last night because my girl's got a beautiful new ring she put in her ear.
An earring, you mean?
No, but she's got one up. She's got one up top. What's that called?
In the cartilage.
In the cartilage.
She doesn't have one. She's considering.
Still in the ear, Tom.
She's considering piercing her cartilage, is what she said.
Okay.
Well,
did she do
it? Is that called a stud, or is that still called an earring? Because I know it's like at the top.
But lately, she's just she's got them in. And she didn't have them before, and they look great. And then I asked Willie, since he's done many things without my permission. I said,
"Is your ear pierced?"
No, he wanted to know if I got my ears pierced. I never did. I just got tattoos.
So he's got a bunch of tats.
If it makes you feel better, I regret getting all the tattoos.
Don't give him the opportunity to say, I told you so, please.
Don't, dear God, do that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because Al, you could probably pull off an earring. I couldn't. I would look ridiculous.
I think a big hoop like Aladdin. Yeah.
Ace, do you have an earring?
I've never been the earring guy.
Ace, were you the earring guy?
I had both ears pierced.
Do you ever wear anything in them?
No.
They've grown shut, probably.
Okay.
So you know who could pull off an earring is Chick McGee.
I could.
He did.
I had
He did.
You did?
Yes.
They pierced my ear. You guys
Yeah.
were on the air one morning. Remember that?
I remember.
They shot me in the head.
You didn't wear it for long, though, did you?
I had it for quite a while. There's like a bump there where there's cartilage.
Pat, I see you, Pat Godwin. I see you as like earring choker.
Yes.
Never did it. No.
Yes.
I wear a necklace.
Frosted tips and.
I've had that.
Is that your confirmation
You know
necklace?
who I really hate? I hate the guys that can pull off the nose ring. Because if you're a guy that can pull off like a nose ring, like Lenny Kravitz, women go crazy. You have to be a certain.
Yeah.
Only like 3% of men can pull it off. But if you're like a indie boho kind of guy, you can pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a hard thing to do.
Kravitz can't kill it. Yeah.
You don't want to go to your accountant and go, hey, look, this math looks a little rough. What are we going to do this week? And the guy's got a big nose ring and going, I'm going to jail.
Well, actually, what he would say is, I'm to go with the jail.
Okay,
He's
thanks.
got a nose ring.
Al Jackson's book is out. I got it right here. Where is Baby Ford?
Baby Ford?
Tell him how to get it, Al.
You can go to my website, Al Jackson Live. I wrote a kid's book called Where's Baby Ford? It talks and highlights all kids on the spectrum. And 10% of all proceeds go to the Firefly Autism House out here in Lakewood, Colorado. And I just want to say thank you, dude. All the Bob and Tom fans really bought way more than I ever thought anybody would. This is just a passion project. So I really do appreciate you guys. And I love calling in every Thursday, man. I really do.
And you do have a baby named Ford.
I do. That's my youngest son, based on him.
Yeah.
And by the way, no connection whatsoever. I've been looking at the Ford Bronco, the new ones that are coming out.
I love those.
Oh, have you seen? Oh, the 2-door with the top. Oh, unbelievable.
Oh my God, that might that
may
might
be next summer's. That may be next summer's purchase.
You have children. You have little babies.
I got another car. I got the Suburban. That's Chevrolet product, but they're
time
both
to get away from the Suburban. What do you come on, man.
Oh, I'm getting a new Suburban too. You got to have both. Just
I know,
one year at a time.
All right, calm down.
That's my equivalent of being frosty.
Yeah. He gets frosty.
You're
I don't get diamonds. I get a nice car.
No, you're all metal alloyed up or something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to get cooking in the lab, Al.
That's right, Tom.
Grow a pair. Wait a minute. I'll be sitting on this show. So long, Al. You're the best. Right now, I want to talk to you about Masterclass. This is so cool. We've learned about so many interesting things on the show. This one, I'd barely heard about it, and so they told me about it, so I started taking some of these classes, especially now. If instead of wasting your time watching dumb television, you can, no, let's face it. I mean, really, you can spend 10 minutes at a time, more or less, watching the likes of Penn and Teller teach you magic. I've watched these episodes of Ron Howard talking about filmmaking. The episodes are about 10 minutes. There's usually about 20 lessons per class. And with Masterclass, you just, one fee, you can access all of them. They've got great chefs teaching you cool stuff about cooking. We were talking yesterday about the episodes with Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about scientific thinking. And he's the best. I mean, he can make stuff so clear. Masterclass is what I'm talking about. You go to masterclass.com/comedy. Make yourself a little bit more in the world of knowing. Learn about stuff. Learn about whatever you're interested in. They've got classes. They've got acting classes with Samuel L. Jackson. You chess fan, Gary Kasparov will teach you some moves. Check it out. It's very simple to find out more about it by going to masterclass.com/comedy. Now, obviously, they're not all lessons in comedy, certainly. The ones with Steve Martin about comedy are unbelievably well done. The production is great, and the people that they have chosen to do these are all great teachers. That's the real key. Masterclass.com/comedy. 15% off for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Unlimited access to every masterclass. I highly recommend you check this out. It's super cool, especially now you've got some extra time. Hey, I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes learning a lot about something I've always wanted to know how to do. We'll find out from the masters. Masterclass.com/comedy. 15% off. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we've got Mr. Godwin. He's back with another song today. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Al Jackson going to be zooming in from Denver, Colorado with a quiz for Tom. Get him a little more urban, a little more street, a little more hip, a little more today as opposed to 1960s. Geechee Guy also on the way, one of our favorites. We haven't caught up with Geechee for a while, or Guy, Geechee Guy, so we'll catch up with him as well. Al Jackson, Geechee Guy on a Thursday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show on the way.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night, Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat take a 3-1 lead over the Boston Celtics in the bubble. Miami 112, Boston 109. And Tampa Bay up 2-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals, beating Dallas last night 5-2. Interleague winners in Major League Baseball, the Angels, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Oakland. American League, Cleveland, Seattle, Toronto, Boston, and Minnesota. The National League winners, Philly, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and San Francisco. And sad news out of the NFL yesterday. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers has passed away. He made his mark as one of the NFL's best all-purpose running backs and was later celebrated for his friendship with Bears teammate Brian Piccolo. He was nicknamed the Kansas Comet. He was considered among the best open field runners the NFL has ever seen. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you ever been to a corn maze?
Oh, I love those.
Oh, and for the record, if my cousin Lonnie found out, the maze has to be carved into corn. He tried doing a soybean maze last year. I've never been closet phobic or anything before, but that experience yesterday scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Don't laugh, but I think I may have had a panic attack. Have you guys ever had a panic attack?
Yep.
I started sweating like I was peeing on a pregnancy test again.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Todd Glass is here with us.
Now, are you married, gay, or single then?
I am single. I am single right now. But every time somebody asks me what I look for in a girl, I think it sounds corny what I say, but I do want a girl with a good sense of humor. I think that's important.
Sure.
And most of the girls I go out with are more, I guess you would say, cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want a girl with a good sense of humor, but I'd also like her to be good looking too. I don't want like a 500-pound ape sitting around the house going, "Oh, you crack me up." Do the thing when you put the hand under your arm and make the fart sound. I love that. Oh, bring me in another wheelbarrow full of Twinkies. Oh. You know what I think it is? And I'm not saying all women because I don't want to generalize, but I think in a relationship, women look down the road, which is positive, but some women look too far down the road. I mean, they can't just take that moment for what it is. Like, I'm at a bar, and I asked this girl to dance. You know, she's like, oh, dance? Oh, sure, I'd like to dance. And we're done dancing. Maybe you go over there. You'll buy me a drink. I'll buy you a drink. A week later, we'll start calling each other. We'll get our machines. Then you'll get me. Then I'll get you. Then we go out on a date, and our friends say we're perfect for each other. So we have our first kiss. Then we decide we're going to get engaged. We get engaged. We have a beautiful wedding. After the wedding, we get back from our wedding. We set up an apartment together. Then we have a beautiful apartment. You get a promotion. I get a promotion. Then we buy a big house. We have a house, white picket fence, dogs, 2 kids. Everything's going good. Then you're coming home from late at work. I go, why are you coming home late at work? You go, I'm in love with my secretary. And you're in love with secretary. And you want me to tell the kids we're going to get divorced and they don't have a father anymore? Dance? I don't think so, you sick freak. I feel guilty. I didn't even do anything.
Wow.
Dating life is tough out
I feel like
there.
Phil Donahue. And let's understand one thing here. They pay their taxes. They're part of the community, and let the kids do what they want here. And who are we to? We have a great show tomorrow. We have gay, homophobic, lesbian, nymphomaniac, hemophiliac, narcoleptic, transvestite, heterosexual strippers that are crack addicted that say they have the right to teach your children in Catholic school. And we'll be back. Now we're running out of topic. He's 30 and she's 31, and we'll talk about it. They say that he pet their cat in more than a friendly way, and Dr. Murray Needleman will tell us the danger to the cat here.
Todd Glass is our guest. Oh, my.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, catch the big game last night?
Well, what truly is a game when you...
Excuse me.
He said $8 limited time.
8:48 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom
I've
Show.
eaten at Arby's twice this week already.
Well, the big secret of the Bob and Tom Show is where did Christy get the best voice in American radio? Working at Arby's.
Yes,
Go ahead,
the
show 'em.
drive-thru. Welcome to Arby's. May I take your order, please?
No, but could you do the weather?
I'll have a
I can.
medium with a horsey sauce.
Sunshine, 78, clear tonight, down to 60, sunny, and 80. They changed the regular roast beef. They call it a classic now. I can't get over that. I still call it a regular.
Yeah. Be like me, hate change.
I know, I do.
I want to say, by the way, I want to say hi to the DQ lady. God, she was the best. Let's stop by last night.
Does she put her mouth on it and make the curly Q?
No, she doesn't, you jackass. It's unbelievable. It's like doing a show. It's like doing a show with a monkey.
The one that said you.
Let's see. Who said we could have the bird in here?
He's not doing anything, and
He's not bothering anyone.
you leave him alone, and he'll leave you alone, right, baby? That's right. Good, Chippy.
Great. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
What do you think of Chippy? Chippy, what do you think of Tom? I know.
Oh, don't call him that.
Chippy, do you know what poaching means?
Chippy! What happened?
He's out of here.
Way to go, Tom.
You made Chippy fly away.
Then he flies into Godwin's room.
I got to go down the hallway.
We got a bird on the loose. Let's see, where was I? Christy
Chippy.
Lee is the lady in purple over there. She's at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. This is Tom. That's Chick. There's Ace. There's Willie G right next to me. So in the big room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've upped it 1. So that's what's going on in here. There's an extra person. He was just 4 in the big room before.
Josh is going to go there, right?
When he gets back. But right now, the I Hate Steven
I know when he
Singer.com.
gets back. He can't
right
go
now.
there.
The I Hate Steven Singer.com sidekick chair, soon to be occupied by a big parrot. Mr. Godwin is over there. And Pat, we had a story about the pumpkin spice. I believe it is now part of the Kraft
Very, very
pumpkin spice
limited.
mac and cheese limited edition, Canada only.
Yeah, only
hello to
1,000.
our friends in Canada. We have a lot of Canadian friends
Hello, eh?
listening. And apparently some guy is going to get us some of this stuff.
I can't wait for Letterkenny. Okay, go ahead.
What are the chips we're getting from Canada?
All dressed.
All dressing, yeah.
What does that mean?
All dressed chips.
All dressed chips. That's what they call them. They talk funny in Canada. You know that.
Do they?
Oh,
Which actually ties into Mr. Godwin because all the women who have been in his apartment since he moved in have been
stayed
fully dressed
all
and
dressed.
stayed that way. Which actually I think leads to today's.
Oh, yeah, Cold Read Karaoke, Pat. I'll run it over to you.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
This
what's
is
the
so
exact
good.
title? Cold Read Karaoke.
Cold Read Karaoke.
Yes.
Time now now for
Have you
Pat
taken
Godwin and Willie Griswold.
It's hang on. Can you turn that down?
And Cold Read Karaoke. Willie is running down to Pat's studio holding the lyrics to
What's
today's.
the song?
I put the lyrics on. I just put them in the printer, so he's got to run it down to the
What
other
is it, a
building.
satire of?
Grabbing, nope, no hints. He's grabbing the lyrics down, running them down.
All right.
It will tell you on the top. The top line has the name of the song that you are supposed to be doing the parody of. If it printed out properly, it should be the second line there. It says,
Whoa.
The
You
artist.
you picked the song, too, and the tune?
Absolutely.
I thought you let Pat do all that.
No, they pick the song and everything, and I don't even know the chords sometimes.
Oh, boy.
This is
I know this
one of the great artists. In fact, I just heard a brilliant speech by a famous man, Nelson Mandela, referencing the great man who performed and wrote this song. Go ahead, Pat.
Okay, this is Heard It Through the Grapevine, and Willie has just handed me the lyrics I've never seen. I don't know the phrasing.
Marvin Gaye.
Let's go.
Good. That's it, Pat.
That's it, Pat.
Wanted to go out with you, but you told me to download Zoom or some other app in the App Store. Had to make some room, deleted all my porn. Took me by surprise, I must say, when she skipped all of the foreplay. Oh, I had a date on FaceTime. Not much time, we had to unwind. We had an adult digital playtime. We're meeting next week at the same time. Get out, Jimmy. Woo! Get out, Jimmy. Woo!
Yeah, that's your son Jimmy had to leave the room.
Pretty good.
Not
Man,
bad,
that
Pat.
was
Very good.
terrifying.
Once again, cold read for the first time, seeing the lyrics. But I thought we'd let you do one that you've rehearsed and practiced in honor of the pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, I need a
and
break.
the pumpkin spice. In this case, today's story, the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, by Kraft. The Heinz people have come up with the Kraft macaroni and cheese pumpkin spice version only in Canada and only to 1,000 participants. So you'd have to get on a waiting list to sign up for that.
July's got the sunshine, April has the showers, January's got the snow, and May brings all the flowers. November's got its turkey, December's got Christ. But October's got that pumpkin spice. Everybody, pumpkin spice, yeah, pumpkin spice. Oh, little in my latte would sure be nice, but keep it out of my shampoo. Can I give you some advice? Go easy on the pumpkin spice. You know, Christy, I like it in a candle. I don't mind it in my tea. Oh, but I love it in hooch, even though it's bad for me. I'm going out of my gourd, headed to rehab at Betty Ford, 'cause I'm drinking vodka with that pumpkin spice. Everybody. Pumpkin spice, yeah, pumpkin spice. Sprinkle it on my mac and cheese. Don't make me ask you twice. But don't put it in your douche, 'cause no one wants to smooch a cooch that smells like pumpkin spice.
Speak for yourself. I was filling in for Josh. It's his bit. I stole it.
Stays on the job.
I just stole it, baby. It's all Joshy. I miss him.
Yeah, pumpkin spice. Yeah, pumpkin spice. Keep it out of my deodorant and my pizza slice. Oh, for you freaks who want a plumpkin, whoa, try it with a splash of pumpkin. Go sleazy with that pumpkin spice. Oh, the caves, they got spelunking. Michael Jordan's got the Dunkin'. James Brown, he put the funk in, yeah. But October's got that pumpkin spice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, Pat.
Just a quick look on the good old internet. There are 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different brands of vodkas with pumpkin spice.
Oh, my goodness.
Just taking a quick look. They even have a pumpkin pie vodka.
I want to be cynical about this, but I think I would really enjoy pumpkin spice vodka.
I don't know.
I think I would like it.
I really do like those pumpkin blizzards, but that's about the only pumpkin I...
There's just 3 right there.
Holy simoly. Yeah.
Well, 'tis the season.
That Spud's a good vodka.
Is it? I've never even heard of it.
This is really taken over. Well, thank you very much, Pat. I certainly enjoyed that song.
You're kind of off the pumpkin spice lattes, aren't you?
No, no.
Oh.
Oh, do you get the pumpkin?
Oh, no, he's got his little look.
Ta-da.
What is that?
It's like a salt shaker full of pumpkin spice.
Is that on the black market from Starbucks? Or?
No, it's from a place called Simply Organic.
I'll bet it's organic.
It is,
yes,
of course. I had to pick up my little 13-year-old sister, Sally, on the weekend, and she's at that age where she doesn't want to talk to me too much.
Right.
But I'm just trying to relate however I can. And I get to her at Starbucks, and I see a drink. I go, oh, still drinking that pink drink? And she goes, it's fall. It's pumpkin spice.
All right.
No, she was sweet. She was sweet about it.
Oh, it's very tasty. Well, thank you very much, Pat. Coming up, Christy, what do you got over there?
Well, we still have to ask the question, give up your phone or give up sex. And we have a pregnant woman who saves her husband from a shark.
And we are going to reunite with an old friend of the show, Geechee Guy will be our guest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Bob and Tom has a YouTube channel. It's called the Bob and Tom Show YouTube channel. Head on over there today. Click the red subscribe button. It's free. It won't cost you anything, and you can be watching Bob and Tom Tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights from today's Bob and Tom Show tonight. We air it at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Plus, they've got archive footage and other fun stuff we've done on the show. It's a wormhole you may not be able to get out of. The Bob and Tom Show YouTube channel. Check it out today.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was remembered yesterday at the court in front of grieving family, colleagues, and friends as a prophet for justice who persevered against long odds to become an American icon. Meanwhile, crowds grew outside waiting for a chance to pay their respects. In the court's Great Hall, the 8 justices were masked along with everyone else because of corona. They were gathering for the first time in more than 6 months for the ceremony to mark Ginsburg's death from cancer last week at the age of 87. Smoke from the West Coast wildfires has tainted grapes in some of the nation's most celebrated wine regions. The resulting ashy flavor could spell disaster for the 2020 vintage. The smoke from this year's blazes has been especially bad, thick enough to obscure vineyards drooping with clusters of grapes almost ready for harvest. Growers are trying to assess the extent of the smoke damage in California, Oregon, and Washington. And Sister Stephanie Baliga has run the Chicago Marathon for the past 9 consecutive years. When the race was canceled this year because of the coronavirus pandemic, she decided to run a treadmill marathon in her convent's basement to raise money for the mission of Our Lady of the Angels Food Pantry in Chicago. In the end, she finished her quote-unquote race with a time of 3 hours, 33 minutes, which was submitted to Guinness World Records. So far, she's raised more than $130,000 for her mission. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
She was just 33. That's too old for me. How old am I? The number I won't share. I'll never tell you my real age. And no, I don't dye my hair.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Listen up, fellas. This is just for you. It's the brand new dance where you drop your pants.
There's a new craze. It's a sensation. Every guy is doing it across the nation. First thing you do, take off your clothes. Get ready to strut. Get ready to pose. Grab your package, tuck it away. Between your legs is where you want it to stay. Do the vag.
The vag. Come on, give it a whirl.
Do the vag.
The vag. Pretend that you're a girl.
Do the vag.
A vag. You're a macho punk.
Do the vag.
A vag. Nobody sees your junk.
Make sure it's snug, then cut a rug. Do the vag.
Yeah, you're looking fantastic.
Your friends will laugh, 'cause it's so funny. You look like a hairy Playboy bunny. Look in the mirror, where's your weenie? It disappeared like your Houdini. It's really cool, it's not outside. Do the vag every day and night. Do the vag.
The vag. Man, you got it working.
Do the vag.
All the vag. You can't see your gherkin.
Do the vag.
The vag. Show your buddies in the shower.
Do the vag.
The vag. 'Cause you've got that.
02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Here's Christy with the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine 78, sunny tomorrow 80, right now 57 degrees.
Thank you, Christy. And Christy's got some action over there.
Yeah, you know, service that's essential to your health and safety. That's AAA. Has been working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure members are covered because right now, 97% of all travel is being done by car. So a AAA membership just makes a lot of sense. That's why I'm a member. Peace of mind. No matter where I am, no matter whose car I'm in, no matter what's going on, I know that AAA is there to help me. And when you're stuck on the side of the road, AAA could be your hero. Speaking of heroes, you can nominate one today. They may win a free AAA membership. Just go to AAA.com/heroes for more details. Also, AAA Auto and Home Insurance is there for you, too. You can get a quote today at AAA.com or call 844-GO-AAA-GO. That's 844-GO-AAA-GO. Because you don't have to be on the roadside to get assistance from AAA.
And they have good insurance.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I put an extra couple A's in there. Yeah, never mind. Well, coming up, I want to remind you, it's another special event where we need some cool events. How about beer, booze, wings, and the Rathskeller, October 10th. Details coming up. Beer, booze, wings, oh my. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Very clear that in this room we have a parrot.
Yeah.
Chippy. Ow.
What's your problem?
Nothing. There's Chick with
I
Chippy.
finally got him back. He was out in the parking lot. Did you see that?
He was
He
vaping.
flew out the door.
Let me tell you something.
I wasn't the only one this morning, apparently.
My parrot was not vaping.
I saw
I know
vape.
who was.
Saw
though.
I do,
vapors.
too.
Let's see. There's Ace. There's Christy Lee. This is Tom. That's Willie. And there's Pat Godwin. Some great stuff this morning, Pat. Thank you very much. I think we have to revisit that the song challenge coming up this hour. Coming up, comedian Geechee Guy will be joining us. Right now, the proposition from Christy was something like, would you rather have a smartphone or give up sex? What's going on?
Well, there's a company out there called Simple Texting, and they surveyed 1,000 smartphone users to find out how attached people are to their phones in the United States. 6 out of 10 men would rather give up their phones than give up sex for 60 days.
That's 60%, people.
Yes.
Wow. So wait a minute. So that means 40%.
40% would keep their phones and not have sex.
Right.
Wow. Yikes.
56% of Gen Zers were more willing to give up sex than their phones. So you got that? 40% of men.
In general.
And then 56% of
Gen Zers would rather have
their phone than sex.
Yeah.
I'm a millennial.
You're a millennial? You're not
I'm a
Zer?
millennial. No.
All right.
And a survey's found 40% of smartphone users would give up their dog for a month instead of their smartphone.
Now, wait
a
just
minute.
a ding-dong minute.
Okay. This is interesting.
I ain't giving up my dog.
Sorry, Fido.
Would you give up your phone for anything?
I don't think so.
I was... Okay, here's this.
I wouldn't give up my parrot either.
Yeah, I've never been trying to go to a new restaurant. I've never been trying to go to a new restaurant, and my dog tells me how to get to the restaurant.
Good point.
The phone's more helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, your
Is
dog
that
loves
right?
you.
Yeah.
Your phone doesn't
Does
care.
your phone love you?
Well,
I mean, sometimes it does, Chick.
every now and
Well, may you look.
You know?
Okay, here we go.
You can't ask your dog for advice on getting turned on. That's exactly. Willie brings up a great point.
The thing is, the best part of the dog would be
Help me handle this. Come on.
At the end of your dog-free month, your dog would come back wagging his tail going, hey, this is great.
Good to see you. I missed you, Dad.
Yeah.
That's that great joke about you put your wife and your dog in the trunk of a car all day and come back. Which one's happy to see you? Okay.
Now, here's a good
It's
question.
unconditional love right there.
Now, this one is tricky. Would you rather serve 5 days of jury duty or go without your smartphone for 5 days? That's a tough call.
I've gone without my smartphone for which it sounds like I'm saying that's hard to do, but I've just like been in between phones, one breaks, whatever, the other one's getting shipped, and it is shockingly hard. You forget how you...
Is it really?
Everything. You rely on your phone for everything and you forget about it.
The subconscious behavior with your phone, it has to be
Do you get that
crazy.
report every Sunday? This is how many hours
Yeah.
you spend on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And the pandemic did not
How do you
help.
get that?
Look at Tom. How do you get that?
It's just automatically.
It's automatic. It shows up on your notification.
Well, someone, I think...
It probably has.
I
You
may or
tried
may
to
not
text
have,
it back.
I may or may not have had that taken off.
By the way, as far as things that you don't get, earlier you asked who was the dog from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you remember this.
Yeah. And then I retorted, who was the lead singer of the Jimi Hendrix Experience?
That's right, yeah.
People on Twitter are having fun right now. There's who was the lead singer of Jethro Tull? There's who was the guy that founded Tommy Hilfiger?
No, wait a second.
Wait a second.
Jethro Tull, that's a
That's a good
legitimate.
question.
That's a person.
Oh, because it's
from-
Ian. It's really
Ian
Yes.
Anderson.
Oh, that's a bad example.
They got it wrong.
But the final one, the really good joke is, what's the number for 911?
There you go.
Yeah.
So people are having fun with it.
I think in Sweden it's 112, I believe.
That's good to know. Let's confuse everybody. It's 999 in some
I think
places.
it's
We'd rather not
999
get the
in
word out.
Okay.
Jeez.
What are we doing here?
Well, here we go.
We're having
More
fun.
more things people would give their phones.
So would you rather what?
Would you give up Netflix or your phone for a
Oh,
month?
Netflix easily.
Netflix gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really.
I don't really
depend
watch
on-
TV. that much.
70% of people said they would give up Netflix. But then
Yeah.
again, that means 30% wouldn't.
You can watch
Yeah.
Netflix on your phone.
Yeah. The other 30% have cable, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't even have Netflix. They don't know what they're missing.
Would you give up Instagram?
Oh, God, yes.
60% would. So this
Watch the documentary Social Dilemma. That's all
Man,
I'm gonna
is that
say.
good.
Oh,
That's
it's
terrifying.
so good.
Is that the one that makes you want to throw your phone out the window?
Yep,
Yes.
exactly.
Here we go. I have a buddy. He just came, and I think that you might get onto this, Dad. He has a flip phone, and he loves it. He said he has an iPhone that he uses at Wi-Fi at home if he needs it, but when he goes around, just the flip phone. And he
Really?
loves it.
Can he text on it, or is he just call?
He can text on it. It takes forever, though.
No. I remember those days.
Remember?
See, click, click, click.
We were
Yeah.
just talking about this.
We were just talking.
You were totally sold on the flip phone, and you thought we were all
Never get an
awful
iPhone.
'cause
That's
we
a
had
waste
an
of time.
iPhone.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are horrible. Get away from me.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I just
I'll
didn't
never
want to
have
be
an
bothered
iPhone.
constantly. Now I am. So very.
The flip phone kind of missed the boat on texting.
Yeah.
You got to hit it 4 times to make a C. I don't know about that.
I can remember there were contests. Remember this? We'd have
text.
Texting on a flip phone?
Yeah,
Sure.
they'd give them a phrase, and some 11-year-old wanted from
Yeah.
Austin, Texas, or something that was able to do the Constitution in 74 seconds.
Well, I'm sure you just peck anyway, don't you, when you're texting?
I try to dictate most of the time.
Okay.
Oh.
I like
All
the
right.
word dictate.
Yeah, I'm sure
Where's
you
that in
do.
the sentence?
Reminds me of dictator.
How's that?
Who's surprised by this? Anyone?
Can we hear about the pregnant lady that rescued her husband? I love this story.
Yeah, there's a pregnant woman who rescued her husband, just like Tom just said.
Oh, okay. Well, Pat, you have a song for this?
Here we go.
Okay.
Following a shark attack in the Florida Keys. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Andrew Eddy was on a boat with his wife,
He
Margot
goes round-
Dukes Eddy,
That guy goes around in circles. Eddie. Get it?
yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Never mind.
and her family at the time of the attack on Sunday. The 30-year-old had just gotten in the water near Sombrero Reef when a large shark bit at his shoulder. Deputy Christopher Aguano wrote in his report, Dukes, without hesitation, dove into the water, pulled Mr. Eddy to the safety of the boat. Mr. Eddy was flown to Ryder Trauma Center at Miami's Jackson Memorial Hospital. The injury has been reported as severe. Other boaters had reported seeing a bull shark in the area that morning, which they estimated to be as much as 9 feet long.
Yikes.
Bull shark.
This just shows, what a great woman to... This is a hormonal thing, right? That shark's lucky she didn't just kill it.
Yeah,
Punch it
probably.
in the face. But
good for her. Yeah, that's that's love for you right there.
I like that policeman has the bat crap for a last name.
Guano.
Guano?
Yeah,
A guano?
Poor guy.
She's wearing a T-shirt in this picture. It says, "I'm rescuing for 2 now."
When we were in the Florida Keys over the winter before COVID,
yes,
I did the. No.
Yeah, you were in the Keys.
The Hamptons was closed.
Hemingway wrote.
Yeah.
I was surprised with a helicopter tour, and when you get on that helicopter and you see all the sharks in that water from above, you're going, "Oh my gosh!"
Really?
I did the parasailing thing. When we were all down in the Bahamas. Yeah, I think, didn't you do it also, Chick?
Yeah, I did it.
Rusty harness parasailing right there in the Bahamas.
Just talked me into it, yeah.
Yeah, but you get up there and you're right in front of the hotel and you see, they look like giant submarines. They're sharks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They do quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Sharks are good business for sharks.
Oh, gosh. It's a great time to be a shark right now.
Oh.
It's been a good year for sharks, too. Now, coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Geechee Guy. I haven't talked to Geech in a long time. We'll look forward to that. In the meantime, I want to tell you about Roman. It's a little story about erectile dysfunction. If you're dealing with it, maybe you're just not dealing with it. You say to her, "I lost my mojo," or "A long day at work. Sorry, honey, I'm not feeling it." Well, maybe you're just too embarrassed for that awkward conversation with your family doctor. This is where Roman comes in. Roman is a pharmaceutical distributor. They've got the real medications you've been hearing about for years on TV. Roman makes it real simple, real safe, and the key, totally discreet. And there's a very special offer coming your way from Roman right now. You get a free online evaluation with a medical professional. And if they determine that you are indeed a candidate for some of these pharmaceuticals, guess what? You'll receive them with their famous free 2-day shipping. How do you find them? You go to GetRoman.com/wood for the complete and free online visit. So, ED tough to tackle, maybe a little embarrassing, not anymore. Roman, GetRoman.com/wood. You can go there right now. And by the way, something brand new. If approved, you'll get $15 off your first order of ED treatment. And don't forget the free 2-day shipping. That's GetRoman.com/wood. $15 off. GetRoman.com/wood. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we've got crocodiles in the news and comedian Geechee Guy. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Geechee Guy on the way on a Thursday. It's the 24th of September. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. And coming up on Friday, one of my all-time favorite comedians, Maria Bamford's going to be joining us. We'll catch up with Maria and find out what she's been up to. I think she's based out of Los Angeles, California. One of the best female voices as far as cartoon work, if you will, and voiceovers. Maria Bamford joining us on Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. Elton John anticipates January will be a good time to continue saying goodbye. He's announced new dates for his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It'll start in the U.S. January 19th in New Orleans. Elton John says he's been enjoying his time home with family during the pandemic, but does miss performing for fans. 6 acts lead the nominations for the CMT Music Awards. Ashley McBride, Dan and Shay, Kelsea Ballerina, Luke Combs, Sam Hunt, and Thomas Rhett have 3 nominations each. Tanya Tucker gets her first nomination for Bring Me Flowers Now for Video of the Year, one of 14 videos up for that award. The CMT Music Awards will be October 21st. And Dolly Parton finally talking about her tattoos. She does not have the tattoo sleeves people think she has. She tells People magazine because she's so fair, scars tend to look purple on her skin, so she has tattoos of ribbons and bows and butterflies. She says at one point she was very sick and had a feeding tube that left an indent, like an indentation on her side. So she got a tattoo of a bee on a beehive to cover it. And no, she does not have a tattoo of her husband, Carl Dean. She says he's tattooed on her heart. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Wasn't there a line of women's underwear that looked like men's briefs? Wasn't that a thing for a
They're
while?
called boy shorts. There still are, yeah.
Well, women can
They're
wear
really
men's
cool,
stuff
man.
way more easily than men can wear women. It's more acceptable, I think.
Don't you find it sexy when a woman is wearing like a man's shirt?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Pat.
came out weird. I'm
Pat,
sorry.
it's Sunday morning and the woman comes out of your apartment wearing one of my shirts.
Okay, you got it.
Wow. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Voices in my head told me that I love you. Voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right. So I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They come in crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said to stop my medication. The voices in my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV, and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me, and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. The voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, 'cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. So tonight I'll stalk. Tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk, 'cause I got voices in my head. Got voices in my head. Got voices in my head.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Jeff Rothpound, so you're in airplanes all the time.
You ever get the pilot who talks the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
And he thinks he's like a radio guy. He thinks, hey, everybody, is there your captain here in the cockpit? Like, where else is he going to be, in the bathroom? Of course he's in a cockpit. And they're always telling us how many feet we're going up. I never understood that. Why are they telling us how many feet we're flying up? Because I'm a passenger, and he's busy going on about, hey, we're going to be to our altitude, 36,000 feet.
Hello, 919 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Plenty of sunshine, high 78. Clear tonight down to 60, sunny and 80 tomorrow. We have 57 degrees currently.
Thank you very much. Coming up, it's beer, booze, and wings. Brought to you by Tway Lifting Products. What is that? Well, it's a great event at the Rathskeller.
Is it August already?
It's Saturday, October 10th. One time I get it wrong, and he won't pick it up. Okay. I'll try to correct you. It's October 10th. It's a Saturday. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the big room. Chick Ace. This is Tom. There's Willie. That's Christy Lee. On the big screen, first off, we have Pat Godwin. A man who has spent many a mile in an automobile with our guest, comedian Geechee Guy. Pat and Geech, that was like the odd couple. Can these two men stay in a car for 2 months and not kill each other? The answer was they can't. Now, we are joined by Geechee Guy. It looks like you're in San Francisco, but I'm told that's a background and you're actually in Las Vegas. Is that correct, Geech?
Yes, that is correct. How are you, everyone?
We're good. It looks like your hair's blowing in the
Yeah, I was going to say the buffeting or buffering,
went through
whatever
many
it is.
links. Went through many links to make this look real. Yes.
Now,
Shivering, actually.
Haven't talked to you in a while, Geech.
It's been a while. Yeah, a long time.
We often quote you I'm trying to think. We quote the most is probably your discussion about bathroom names in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And serial killers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in fact, I was actually at that restaurant last night. Christy and I were talking about it. There's a restaurant in town where it's got a kind of a fish theme.
Mm-hmm.
And my little girl said, "What's Kona, Daddy?" And I had to look it up. Apparently, it's a Hawaiian wind. But they have the bathrooms marked. What is it again?
Wahine and what's the other one?
Kani and Wahine.
Kani and Wahine.
That's right.
And your explanation, do you remember what your explanation was?
Oh, I said that I wasn't sure which one to go in until I walked in on a bunch of Wahines. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean,
because you have a.
I mean, I have an Aunt Connie. I have an Aunt Connie.
That's right.
So that and then I have a Wahine personally.
Sure.
So I can see the confusion. Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. You'd think one. Yeah, the Wahine would be the guy. You would think.
Of course, but it is not.
And isn't your Wahine?
No, it isn't.
Isn't your Wahine somewhat memorable?
Very, very long, right?
like a retarded globetrotter, I might add.
It has an intermission.
It has an intermission.
That was the joke you were going for. The
intermission is the one I was going for. I forgot about that
it
one.
Does, It does have an intermission.
It's so long.
Okay,
It has an intermission.
Oh, now where were we? Now I understand you're a single man now. Is that correct?
Yes. Me and my wife were together for 25 years.
Whoa!
And I didn't even look at another woman. I was that discouraged.
Now we're talking.
Right back on. Okay.
Geechee Guy is our guest, and you are on Facebook. I understand. Are you? How does one find you there? What is the exact?
I believe it is Geechee Guy,
and it's Geechy Guy.
Yes, Guy Guy, and then the new king of one-liners.
Oh.
I did see somewhere, and I don't know if this is accurate. I saw somewhere last year or sometime that you had broken some kind of world record for the most jokes. What was it again? Most
you
jokes?
might have in an hour. You might have seen it last year, but it happened in 1993.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
So you might have been reading it. Yeah, you might have been hearing.
So you went out of training, apparently. So if you had the most jokes in 1993, can you remember any of them?
I remember. I still do all of them.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much my act. I mean, it wasn't really easy to watch because they had to, it was literally rote. They had to get a laugh or they didn't count. So it wasn't something you'd want to. It wasn't as fun as watching my act, I guess. But it was fun. I told 676 in an hour that got laughs.
Man.
Whoa!
Do you remember any of the ones that didn't?
You remember those are still in my act too.
Well, you're a great interviewer, Tommy.
Well, I mean, anybody else would have said, "Oh, well, let's hear one of them." But I thought, let's hear one of the ones that died, and maybe can come to life again. Maybe we'll
let me
give it a
see.
laugh.
If life gives you a dilemma, make the lemonade.
I like that very much. Did that get a laugh at the time?
It kills into land.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
It's a fine joke. I'll be borrowing that sometime soon.
Is that right?
Oh, please,
We have our famous DeLand, Florida joke.
Of course.
Where's DeLand? It's right near DC. Okay, that's a perfect joke, Geech. So you're divorced. Now, for a while, how long have you been living in Las Vegas?
Gosh, on and off since '96. Then we went down to the Virgin Islands for a while, and then Then recently, I lived in Mexico for a little bit. Now I'm back in Vegas.
Do you speak Spanish?
No. which is Spanish for no.
I can see why you moved back, and that must be.
Yeah, actually, I sound like Tarzan when I speak Spanish.
You do?
Me hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me hungry. Where bathroom? I'm kind of like, they say 100 words of the language is half the language. So you just have to figure out which 100 words those are, and you're good.
Oh, okay. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
So let's see.
No, they literally say 20. They took 10 million words from like subtitled movies, and they put them into an algorithm to figure out which percentage of the language each word was. And 25 words constituted 25% of the language, 100 words constituted 50% of the language, and then it went up to like 7,000. to 70%. So it gets
So you can communicate
Wow.
with just the 100.
Yeah, basically.
That's what they say. Yeah, and and there's enough where I go. There's enough people that that speak English. A lot of expats.
Do you do
Things like
your
that.
comedy show in Mexico?
Occasionally I've done a couple resorts down there, but I haven't. I don't just jump up and do stuff particularly. There's not too many places that do American stand-up.
Okay. I have a question for you.
English. Sure you do.
I know that, for example, the football team, the NFL team that is Ace's favorite, Ace here, I'd like you to meet Geach. He is now the Las Vegas Raiders. Is weed, marijuana legal in Vegas?
Yes, I believe it is. Yes.
Oh, it is? Okay. I was just because it's so confusing about half
that
the
was
states.
that was a big deal when it was. That was.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been medical for a long time,
Right.
and then it's I think it's been legal since 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you a
It
fan?
doesn't put. Not the fan I used to be.
Really? Well, that's got to hurt the economy.
Yeah. But, hey, I'm also not as young as I used to be, so that helps.
I'm not the
That
fan.
helps
I
with
used
the
to-
decisions.
Okay, well, good. Well, it's good to hear that. Are you dating anybody? Is that?
Yeah. I'm actually having a good time. I'm enjoying. I have a girlfriend, and I'm having a good time. So yeah. So
Is there any stand-up comedy going on in your life, Gage?
Not really. I'm doing a couple guest sets, and I've got a show coming up here in about a month. I got a show in October, which has actually been more of a joke in the past. How you doing? Well, I got a show in October, but I do have a show in October here in Vegas, and I'm just it's been a while, so I'm rusty, so I'm just getting out as much as I can and doing a few minutes and getting up there and trying to tell some jokes and things like that. And like I said, I'm trying to write some tweets and stuff for the webpage. And my dad was a truck driver, right? You knew that. Not all the time. He was a semi-truck driver.
There you go, indeed.
That's what we're looking for. Well, Geach, thank you very much. And real quick question: didn't you do wasn't it called the Joke Show in Vegas or something?
The Dirty Joke Show.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we won't ask you to.
No,
we can't do any of those jokes.
I can do one. I figured out one I can do, and it's it's
hang on a
kind of,
second. Let me get into the dump button just in case. Okay, I got it cleared. Go ahead.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. I think I am.
Okay, a 90-year-old woman is walking by her bathroom in the fall time, and she sees her 90-year-old husband in the bathroom with a can of black spray paint, and he is spray painting his junk. And she gets right up into his face, and she says, "Idiot! You're supposed to turn your clock back."
Very nice. That's one for the water cooler.
Geechy guy, ladies.
You're supposed to turn your clock back. Yeah, that'll probably be actionable, but still, it's very good.
Clock back.
Okay, Geach, thank you very much. Glad you're doing well. Hope to see you back on the road soon. Geechy
It's my
guy.
pleasure. Thanks for having us.
And you'll find him on Facebook. GeeChyGuy.
Geechy guy, yeah.
And his Wahini.
Yes.
Connie's his aunt.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Don't
Thanks.
get them confused.
Thanks, Geach. I really was at that restaurant last night.
Yeah, I know you
As soon
were.
as I saw those
We
signs.
talked about it.
Nobody said you weren't.
As soon as I saw those signs, Wahini and Connie, I thought of Geach.
You and the famous race driver Scott Dix. I can't believe you didn't say anything to him.
The guy's enjoying his dinner. I'm not going to bother him.
Hi, Scott.
Speaking of him
You bother
bothering people,
everybody.
yesterday we were at lunch and my dad gets up. Get this, he gets. And we're outdoors.
Right.
You got to wear the mask
Right.
anywhere
Yep.
except the table.
Right.
Yep.
He gets up. He takes a phone call. Walks so he's facing another table directly with these. And I go, hey. You're in the only place where you need to have a mask on.
Yeah.
And I go, you can't do that. There's people sitting there. And he goes, there weren't people sitting there. I go, they were right in front of you. He goes, I didn't see them.
They apparently sat them down after I walked in.
Insane.
So when you walk into a place, much like when you pull into your driveway, whatever conditions exist initially, those will stay.
Yes, they were apparently at a table behind us, and I didn't see them. I had a very important phone call. I took the
Possibly
phone call.
a lesser table?
I just stepped back. so I could speak on the phone. And then he's waving his arms up and down. There are people over there. And I turn around. Oh,
he won't.
How'd they get in this place?
He won't bother. Arguably, kind of, sorta, a friend of ours. He would know who Scott Dixon. You won't bother him but you'll pull over someone in traffic and tell them their baby seat is installed improperly. You'll do that, but you won't bother anybody in the road.
I'm sure Scott's familiar with proper seating in race cars. He probably
He is a baby boy. He's
would have done the same thing. You don't put the baby seat in the front seat. Hey, Pat, can we do that song that we opened up with the Pat?
Yeah, can you do your part?
The Pat Godwin challenge. I think I can.
All right.
Now, do you remember the news story that this involves, Christine?
Yes. How could we forget?
This involved a
Louisiana man found guilty of possession of a loaded pistol, which was found in his. Go ahead, say it.
No.
In his buttocks. The weapon was found in the man's rear end during a jail strip search. Justin Sawavi, 24,
Rico.
pled guilty to a pair of felony counts in connection with his arrest late last year at a residence in Golden Meadow, 40 miles south of New Orleans. So it's probably Savoie, because he's probably French.
The point is the guy had a gun in his rear end.
Yes.
Okay, and we gave Pat that challenge first thing this morning, and he came up with the following.
Where's his gun? The guards want to know. Please don't tell us that it's jammed down below. Where did he hide the gun? Oh, no, not his pants. Where did he put the gun? Bend over, take a glance. If you want to know, it's somewhere down below.
It's in his butt.
That's where it is.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, geez.
My goodness.
Ah, bless. God bless us all.
Thank you very much.
This is our job.
We're going to Vegas, Tom.
Yeah.
You and me.
All right, now.
Scientists have
by the way, excuse me one second. Pat, we were talking about how many that Mr. Godwin had hit 2 deer in 1 year.
Yeah.
2017.
Got a letter from someone who hit 11.
No,
11
now
in a
they're
year.
bragging.
So our current record is 11. All right.
Again, after 3 deer, you're aiming.
Yeah, this guy's the Jeffrey Dahmer of deer. Go ahead.
no
Now,
joke.
this guy hit 14 over the course of many years.
Oh, so now we're up to 14.
Yeah, in 17 years. So they're out there, people. Be careful. Watch
So wait a minute. What's the? We're at 14 now.
Right.
So if you've hit more than 14 deer, let us know about it.
What do you hunt with, a rifle or a bow? No, actually a Toyota Corolla.
Toyota
Well, Corolla is not going to survive 14 deer. They're a great car, but I don't think so.
Wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
My Jetta didn't survive.
Oh.
Jetta. Nice.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Scientists have produced the world's first 3,200 megapixel digital photo.
Well, that's too many.
The test image was taken by an oversized digital camera at the size of an SUV. That's practical.
What?
Once completed, the camera will eventually be installed on the Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile, where it will be used to capture a series of panoramic images of the entire southern sky.
Hey, Willie, if you ever go to Chile, be sure to wear a jacket.
Why?
Because it's chilly.
Can we get Geach back on the phone?
Geechie's gonna love that.
The camera's field of view is large enough.
That's killer. I love this kid.
The camera's field of view is large enough to include 40 full moons, and it will be able to spot objects 100 million times dimmer than those visible to the unaided eye. That's pretty amazing.
This is super cool.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What are you talking about?
This is too many. There are some technologies that we can't get any better. Okay,
I mean,
stop it.
Aren't you glad that your television has so many pixels now when you look at
you're
it?
the fur-bearing trout again. You're arguing something else that's not on the topic. I'm happy with my TV.
When you look at these TVs now, you can see the pores of the newscasters.
True.
So this thing, what did you say? It was 100 million times.
3,200 megapixels, 100 million times more than the aided.
So they're
non-aided eye.
one night there's gonna be someone on a very quiet night in the hills of Chile.
Mm-hmm.
They'll look in this and they'll see somebody looking back, and then you'll go, "Whoa,
Now that is a story. I
that's
can't wait for that.
That's cool." So,
Oh, you don't believe in aliens? Come on.
well, eventually you're gonna hit something.
If the camera is as big as an SUV, is the button just the size of a regular camera button, or is it really big?
Good question.
You got to take a run and hop on it. To
Yeah,
get it to,
that's a fair question.
Do you need a team of guys to turn the lens?
Yeah.
Do you have the guy with the curtain? I love those old cameras. The guys that get under the curtain. Then he
Hold
holds
it.
Oh, yeah.
The best
Has
ones.
the little stick thing that he holds out.
I loved it when they had to hold up the flash powder. I
Yeah.
guess that would burn the bejesus out of people.
Of course it would.
That's one thing I have never seen. I've seen old cameras. I've never seen anybody that actually had the stick with the trough and the flash powder.
Of course you have.
If anyone listening knows if there's a place we can go see this, God, I would love
Do
that.
they still take? There's got to be somebody who still
in the
takes a picture.
1800s.
They still take a picture.
He's going to come in here one day and he's going to go. So, yeah. Now,
All right, now hold still. Here we go. All right, this is a family photo. Everyone hold still. Now, Tom, if you'd like to hold baby Willie.
So Kelly wanted to get a daguerreotype of me and the girls. Cost $5,000.
Oh, you can still get it.
No.
You
Yeah.
can get that camera?
I just Googled flash powder. You can buy it for $17.50. Get you, well, this looks like about a quart.
Well, yeah, the flash powder, they use it for other things. They don't use it for the cameras anymore. They use it as special effects.
I just Googled how dangerous is flash powder. Ooh, quick sentence. First two words, very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Wow, and it can explode without warning. So I can see where they stopped using it.
All right.
Yeah, you don't even see that in movies anymore. I wonder how they would do that. Don't you think it'd be super interesting? It's hard enough taking a good picture, and you've got to get the big heavy camera, and all the people are gathered around with the big things in their hats saying "press."
Painting a picture.
Those were the days, huh?
All right, boys, let's get some pictures.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's using those old cameras anymore. Oh,
man. People use antique cameras all the time.
Not that one.
Yeah, but not the one that they put on the tripod and they have to. They take the
that's not
photo,
being
the
used
flash.
Oh, I think those are used occasionally.
I'm looking. I can't.
Where they have the curtain they have to get behind. Yeah, I think that's because they have glass. They have some glass. What do they call them? They're like giant slides where they put the emulsion and all that stuff. But I just have never seen anybody using an actual flash powder anymore. Although I don't know why you're chuckling, Ace. It's probably what they use at Kiss concerts. I wouldn't be surprised.
Flash powder.
If that's part of the pyrotechnics. Who knows? But right now, I want to talk about something different.
What?
I want to talk about shaving. Because this is the ADD show. We change the topic all the time.
Yes, we do.
I had a great shave this morning. Thank you very much, Harry's Razors. Harry's has, they've upped the ante, ladies and gentlemen, but they haven't upped the price. Harry's is now attacking the competition. They've always had the best shaped razor handle and some very fine sharp blades. Now they're sharper. And they're also about $2 each for the refill, so you're saving a ton of money once you join Harry's. 10 million men can't be wrong. And by the way, Harry's has decided we got to get some people to try this that never have tried it before, so they've come up with the best offer ever. What am I talking about? $3 delivered when you use the code Bob and Tom if you check out at harrys.com. It's that simple. They've been using a razor maker in Germany. The steel's been getting made there since, it's over 100 years now. Harry's is also super convenient. The blades are delivered directly to your door on a schedule you set up. Just want to try them out, see if you like them? Well, how about this? Here's the offer. New customers get $5 off that trial set, so now it just costs you $3. The code is Bob and Tom at harrys.com. You get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel travel cover for $3 plus free shipping when you use the code Bob and Tom at harrys.com. That's harrys.com. Please tell them the Bob and Tom show sent you by using the code Bob and Tom at checkout. Try Harry's new sharper blades, $3 plus free shipping. Give it a shot. I think you're really going to like it. When we come back, we're going to learn a little about the history of history, and we got a crocodile in Lake Michigan. In the Clinton River in the state of Michigan. Maybe. We'll find out.
Just as long as it's in Michigan, we're okay.
Yes, okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you're having a great Thursday morning. Al Jackson and Geechee Guy. Maria Bamford coming up on Friday. Next week, Brett Terhune and Reno Collier will be joining us on Monday. Got some great comedians on the way, and we're glad you could join us. We'll find out what we learned on the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night, Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat take a 3-1 lead over the Boston Celtics in the bubble. Miami 112, Boston 109. And Tampa Bay up 2-1 in the Stanley Cup Finals, beating Dallas last night 5-2. Interleague winners in Major League Baseball, the Angels, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, and Oakland. American League, Cleveland, Seattle, Toronto, Boston, and Minnesota. The National League winners, Philly, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and San Francisco. And sad news out of the NFL yesterday. Chicago Bears Hall of Fame running back Gail Sayers has passed away. He made his mark as one of the NFL's best all-purpose running backs and was later celebrated for his friendship with Bears teammate Brian Piccolo. He was nicknamed the Kansas Comet. He was considered among the best open field runners the NFL has ever seen. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you ever been to a corn maze?
Oh, I love those.
Oh, and for the record, if my cousin Lonnie found out, maize has to be carved into corn. He tried doing a soybean maze last year. I've never been closet phobic or anything before, but that experience yesterday scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Don't laugh, but I think I may have had a panic attack. Have you guys ever had a panic attack?
Yep.
I started sweating like I was peeing on a pregnancy test again.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
John Bizarre joins us in the studio.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, John.
Now, I understand that you have a rather unique talent, and it's sort of visual, so I'll have to explain as you do it, or do you want to explain it in advance? You're wetting your hands down and rubbing them together.
I am. And I'm going to play the theme from the Flintstones on my hands.
On your hands.
Now, those at home would have to verify that.
Okay.
You're holding, you're cupping your hands together.
Yes.
And putting them in front of the microphone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
He really does.
So, now if that ain't talent, I don't know what is.
That is talent.
I salute you, John Bizarre.
4 years of college for that.
The Downtown Comedy Club, the phones will be ringing off the hook. I'd like to see the Flintstones thing. The people sitting in the audience going, Flintstones.
Now, do you have a whole musical repertoire in your
There are
hands?
a number of things I can play. I like to play people's birthdays.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I like to sing happy birthday to people. And I am working on... Boy, I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, here we go.
Let's give it a shot. Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart.
Wow.
Okay. Wait a minute, that's the Flintstones again.
Very similar to the Flintstones. Mozart and the Flintstones are very interwoven.
Yeah. Amadeus Flintstone.
Yeah.
He was the neighbor.
Freddie Mozart.
That played the piano.
Wolfgang Rubble right next to
Right, sure. John Bizarre is our guest. That's a tremendous talent, John.
It certainly is.
And I never tire of doing it. I want you to know.
So, do people, once you start doing this, do they start shouting out requests?
You'd be surprised. They really did.
Get her! With the drum solo.
That's great. That's a... Now, at what point did you realize that this was something you could develop into a talent? I can't even
I couldn't do anything else.
How do you make even any sound come out by cupping your hands?
Well, you know what? Actually, this is now I'm on this other level now. I'm on this Zen level of doing this. I can come out of here. This part between the thumbs.
Okay.
You could come out between the forefinger and middle finger there, but that's not as controllable up there.
Sure.
And then you can come out the bottom between the heel of the hand right there. There are 3 different areas. But
9:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And we've got something coming up, and I'm going to get it right this time, okay?
Okay.
Everybody stand back.
All right.
It's going to be an event called Beer, Booze, and Wings. Christy, describe the event for me.
It has beer, it has booze, and it has wings.
Thank you very
Coming
much.
up
It's
in
at the
August.
Rathskeller
It's
in October.
Can't wait for August, man. We all sit around waiting for
Outdoors,
August.
beautiful facility.
It's the beautiful Rathskeller downtown, the beautiful outdoor beer garden, and it's Saturday, October 10th.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll get some of Indy's best wings, and sign up quick because they've got a
Limited number of tickets, yeah.
limited number of tickets. Call the governor, ask him how many I can buy.
Call the governor, he's saying.
I think it's the mayor because it's Marion County.
I don't know what to do.
All right.
Too many calls to make.
Yes.
Go to
Get some
q95.com.
tickets.
Get some information about
Have
that,
fun.
won't you? Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How about some guitar there? That sounds good.
How about drums? Sound like drums to me.
Those are drums. That's
How about today in history?
All right.
Stain Clark and the drums. That's Larry Crane on the guitar right there. Thank you
they're
very much.
two very fine musicians.
You betcha. Let's see now. Speaking of fine musicians, Pat Godwin is in the other room.
Oh, you're too kind.
We'll have more challenges for you tomorrow, Pat. You you had 2 home runs and a grand slam today. Thank you very
Good
much.
job, Pat. You
Thank
did
you.
Ace
good.
Cosby, you had a home run today. With your joke.
Yeah, you did, man. Oh, man.
Willie
I
G.
can't wait till tomorrow.
Willie G, 2 home runs. Christy, another great broadcast from you.
thank
Chick
you.
McGee was just
Marginal?
a terrific job today. No,
Chippy,
I'm
you
sorry.
too.
I can't
Chippy, you
say
too.
that Chippy did much today.
We got him riled up again. There he goes.
And of course, Josh Arnold, no contribution at all because he's on vacation from the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Do we have time even to review today in history?
Morning, Bob and Tom. My husband's a truck driver, and over the course of life, he's had 41 career deer kills.
Oh,
No.
What?
he's the king.
Just thought I'd share.
Oh,
Have a great-
my.
Dear Bob and Tom, this is Greg from Michigan, of course. I drove a train for 20 years. I've hit more than 50 deer. Needless to say, none of them survived.
Oh, bad.
They don't hear that big whistle?
Thank you.
They're deer.
They don't hear much or see
Hey,
much.
come on. They have to hear
Have you
a
ever? I've
whistle.
hit one. They just stare at you
What
like
do you think? That the deer hear the whistle and goes, oh, there's
Train.
a train coming.
Yes.
No, they don't. They don't know what that sound
they
is or
think
what
it's
a
some
train
weird
is.
animal. They're deer. I still don't know how deer know what other deer look like. They don't have a mirror.
Haven't you heard the phrase "deer in the headlights"?
Sure.
Yes, of course I have.
Deer are incredibly the stupidest of all
Don't
animals.
stop it. They're beautiful
Deer.
animals.
Stupid.
Got some good
They're
tips
littered
Love
with
them.
Lyme
On
disease.
deer hunting. I'm thin the herd, ladies and gentlemen.
Harvest them.
No.
Thin the herd.
We
Too
need to,
many
we need
deer.
to
Too
send
many
these deer hunters over to that country where they're overrun by monkeys. and
We
start
need
picking off
automatic
the monkeys.
weapons.
There we go.
3 at a time.
Man
baby.
up. Get rid of some of these deer.
What's wrong with you
right.
people?
Yeah,
Kill him. Kill him.
Okay.
Put him on a stringer like fish.
Time now to learn what we learned on. No, wait a minute.
Is it what we learned or history?
History.
Time now for today.
Thank you very much. 1964, the premiere of the great TV show The Munsters.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're the Munsters. Love that theme song.
No,
Play with Munster around. Making cheese.
Yeah, that.
Munster cheese.
I
Worst
thought it was-
show. Man, it could be the worst regularly scheduled show in the history of television.
No, it was a great show.
Munsters, My Mother, the Car. All that
No,
crap.
Munsters was great. Adam's Family was great. Adam's Family had a better theme song, but this is the
Stinks
Munsters.
more.
Munsters theme song.
Stupid. Mail it in. Mailing it in.
Got like a surf guitar with a weird sort of keyboard sound going on there. Like what's that called?
You don't like that song?
Farfisa organ, I think.
Yeah, but it sounds kind of like the thing that Lurch played.
Lurch didn't really
The harpsichord?
Harpsichord, yeah.
No.
Lurch did not play the harpsichord.
You
It
think-
looked like he did,
You
but he
think
didn't.
Lurch is a real person?
Oh, he was the first call harpsichord guy in L.A. If you wanted harpsichord.
Oh, I hate the harpsichord.
You got a harpsichord over there? You got
Oh, yeah, I
harpsichord
got a whole
setting?
bunch of instruments here.
I hate the harpsichord.
That's good, Pat.
Let's
then
hear it.
We can do some Halloween stuff then with your harpsichord.
That's a
Harpsichord.
piano, you nut.
That's a harpsichord.
Are we going to do Baroque music next week? Is
Well,
that
you know, we're going to have to do Today in History tomorrow, so we'll do Yesterday in History. Time now to review what we learned on today's show.
See what we've done.
Time now for What We Learned, brought to you by Granger. 90 years, giving you the products you need for 90 years.
90.
That's Granger. Get the job done with Granger. Get Granger. That's Granger. Yeah, I
We're the
lost
ones
the
who get it
copy.
done.
I lost the copy for
You
right now.
said the company name 10 times.
Way
That's
to
the important
help
part.
me and cover it up. I appreciate it.
I was
I didn't know what you were doing.
You just
I thought
wait.
you were just being funny.
I was
the ones who get it done.
For the ones who get it done.
Thank you, Granger. If Granger were here, they would have done it right.
We learned Hollywood Henderson kept frozen cocaine in his nose during the Super Bowl.
Oh, God, that's right. And ate his boogers.
We
Yeah.
sure did.
Could we get to what we learned on today's show?
Yes.
We learned
Granger for the ones who get it done.
There it is.
Well, technically, we did learn that.
I'm going to
today.
get I'm going to get them over here to do it themselves. They'll do a better job. Let's see. We learned that Gardner Minshew is taking on Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I can't wait
That's
for
this
that
evening.
ACL and Minshew.
Thursday night football, or what do they call it? Sunday night football on a Thursday?
No, it's Thursday night football.
Oh, no, it's just Thursday night
Yes,
football.
this is a different thing. It's not NBC, it's Fox, I think.
Okay. So
NFL Network.
Gardner and Ryan have been going back and forth about their various facial hair stuff, so that should be a fun sidelight. So we were able to hear the Gardner Minshew song. Dean was allowed to purchase a new bass. Every time he plays this, he gets to get a new guitar. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Certainly does.
Mm-hmm. See, we learned that Tyrod Taylor from the L.A. Chargers apparently had his lung punctured by their doctor.
That's
By
amazing.
the doctor.
Yeah.
Just prior to the game. Whoops.
And it's evidently incredibly painful to get it reinflated. It involves chest tubes.
Of course.
One of the most painful things I've ever undergone physically are chest tubes. Oh, man. You don't want them, Tommy. You don't want them.
Yeah, that and that pesky popcorn enema. Let's see now.
I enjoyed that.
Okay, did you? Okay.
Extra butter.
Was it before or after it was popped?
At the same time.
Oh, okay.
Christy Lee
What?
finally saw a photograph of Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
And fell in love.
He's hot.
I've been telling you.
Mrs. Minshew. I can't wait.
Should be a
Doesn't look
great
to be his mom. There's no
Aren't
way.
both these guys coming off, well, they're losses, but really good performances?
Yeah, they're pretty good quarterbacks.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it should
you
be
know.
a fun show.
But Christy, I heard that Gardner plays for the Jags, but he likes Cougs. So you could be
Is that right?
The Cougars.
Pumpkin spice mac and cheese, Canada only. We're getting some shipped down to us so we can try. I asked out loud which president was the first to have a hot dog. I have received some information about the famous FDR hot dog with some British royalty.
Yeah, it was in a movie with Bill Murray, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never watched that.
It was
I don't
great.
care for. I like my Bill Murray funny.
Oh, I like that movie.
Let's see.
That's your problem.
Al Jackson doesn't care for pears. Kind of a random thing. And Chick has his bird Chippy, and Christy just flipped him the bird. And she did the turn up the bird.
Oh, she didn't mean it, Chippy.
I was
and
talking to Chippy.
Get her.
Our new feature is Cold Read Karaoke with Willie and Pat. And thank you so much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, DOD, veterans, and their families. Our members are the mission, insured by NCUA. This is the Bob and Tom Show.